My video.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out.
Can we say that Blanton's Gold, as far as bottles go, may be the goat of bottles, right? Like it's the most beautiful bottle. Yeah, right. I mean, just look at it. Just look at that. Look at that. Like it is, right?
It is beautiful. It is pretty. I mean, you can hand on Blanton's all you want. It's a beautiful bottle. It really is.
Just make a damn good bourbon and make me be. I put it on shelves and make it a decent price. All right, I'm sorry.
Mama Hack did not give me enough of F.
What was that?
She didn't give me enough of F. I had one little sip.
Okay.
Just
wonder what you said. All right.
She got stingy on the pours tonight. She must not want me to get too torn down tonight. All right. So
I'm glad someone else heard that.
Yeah.
You still don't get it, do you, Hack?
No, I'm sorry. I'm locked into.
He is locked.
Here's the thing that sucks about Buffalo Trace, and I'm just gonna say it. Right?
Say it, baby.
There's no one that connects with the whiskey community out of Buffalo Trace because they think they're too good for their own shit.
Yeah.
So I've sent emails to them. I've asked different members from them. I'm not talking about Freddie Johnson. I'm not talking about that man. That man is gold. Because if you ever meet him in person, you see him, great human being. But they do not have a community representative that will like engage with the whiskey nerd family that we are, right? Where like a lot of us think about like how much more you would be interested if you knew certain facts about Buffalo Trace that, you know, like, but they don't do that because they don't have to, because they're making millions and billions of dollars. However, like there's no, like when you reach out and you connect them and you want to know more information, they'll send you an email back about the barrel stuff, which is super cool. But if you wanted, like for me on this show, how cool if I could have gotten someone from Buffalo Trace to come on the show and talk. They don't do that. Look at all of YouTube. There's no one ever representing Buffalo Trace on a YouTube channel.
You don't need it.
They don't need it.
So think about the one you want to take home and share and the one you want a one night stand with, because the one you want to take home and just keep going after, that's going to be the one that you choose.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I can.
What's up?
You know, you're the one I want to take home. You know that?
I was just gonna say that. Are we best friends?
Dude, I beat you.
Okay.
How awesome was Emily with that take? Like, hey, pick the barrel that you want to go to night after night, not the one night stand.
It's a great
analogy.
Way to pick a barrel.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Well, you're my ride or die, bro. So you're the dude.
Cheers.
Yeah, man. So how's everybody doing? How you doing, Mac? You doing? Like the internet's working on your side?
Internet went out earlier, so hopefully this we're good. Yeah, we're here in DC. We got like 5 to 6 inches, but now there's a lot of ice and it's gonna get cold. So anyway, how are you doing down in Houston, man?
Man, it's just a little chilly. That's about it. I mean, it's got. I mean, we're I think about midway through the city. There's like a freezing line, and we're right somewhere where it's just below it. So I live close enough to the coast that we're not fighting too much here. But just a little rain, a little coldness. Not anything like what my friends are dealing with. I've seen pictures and been watching videos of trucks sliding off the road. We're not dealing with any of that. So it's all good, man.
Well, how's everyone else doing? I hope everyone's staying warm. I guess
there's a lot of people that are saying they don't have work tomorrow. So that means tonight could be one of those rowdy ass nights, bro.
Yeah. Well, hey, if it always tends to be rowdy ass night with us, Hack. It doesn't matter.
Get us together, get the pours flowing. It's going to be one of those nights, man. But listen, it is going to be a fun night. We've got the Pursuit Boys coming up in a minute. I'm not going to take too long with my normal announcements, but I do need to announce a couple of things. As George is checking on me, and he wants to be on the stream tonight. Hey, George, you gonna come? Want to be on the stream?
What's up, George?
George needs some love real quick, y'all. He smelled that JT Mellick. He knows he likes rice. So yeah. So no, the thing is did the JT Mellick pick with my new friends from Gauchos on Friday. And then since we were all kind of, hunkering down for the weather, I had time to work on editing. I stayed up late last night editing the video and dropped it today. So thank you guys. I've gotten a lot of nice comments on that. And, here's the thing I want to just say real quick, Mac, is like, you do these drop videos and you do these other videos where you're walking through a liquor store or hunting or whatever. And even like our shorts last week from the Buffalo Trace show, they get the highest views ever. Like if we were chasing views, we would do that kind of shit all the time.
Yeah.
But man, I really, really like getting into a brand, and a guy like Mike Frugier, who is so passionate and has fought his ass off to get that whiskey brand where it is. I kept thinking, this is probably not going to get a ton of views, but I don't really care because I think it's a great story. I'm going to tell it. And I felt bad about editing down pieces because his stories are so awesome. And it really leans into that whiskey nerd stuff. And honestly, sometimes, I just want to say, screw it and don't chase the algorithm and just put something out that I think is cool.
That's right. We're not going to chase that algorithm here at Hack and Mac. I love the video. You guys got to watch it. And I agree, Hack. I think we got to put, we put the stuff out that we like, right? And we hope that you guys like it too. And like, I really like that video. I think it was really cool. Here, and I'm sorry, what's his name? What's the
Mike Frugier?
Yeah, he's just awesome. You guys gotta tune in if you haven't had any Mellick. And yes, tonight is about Pursuit, but we both wanted to drink some Mellick to kind of start off the night.
We want to kick it off that way. And I've got a third host here on the show tonight with George. He's just kind of hanging out for the butt scratch. Sometimes he likes a good butt scratch. I don't know if you ever like a good butt scratch, but sometimes George just backs into you. He backs that thing up for a butt scratch.
So speaking of dogs, so my dog, I have a 13-year-old boxer mix, and I took her out, and we were running around the snow, and then she just looked at me and started limping, and like I guess she got too cold, and it was like so sad of a moment. I had to like pick her up. She's like 50 pounds, but she's just big enough to be like kind of a difficult sort of, especially when it's slippery. So I had to bring my pup back in tonight, care her. But anyway, we love dogs here at Hack and Mac Show.
He's my office buddy. I left the office open, so a lot of times he'll just find a spot and sit on the floor and hang out with me during work all day. And so that's our buddy George.
Love George.
Love dogs. So guys, listen, we're gonna get to Pursuit tonight, but yeah, I want to just real quick, this 6-year, if you can get your hands on this 6-year Mellick, amazing. Mac, how's the 6-year?
Well, I don't have the 6-year.
Okay, we'll remedy that. But
I've got the small batch, right, Hack? That's what this is.
Yeah, that's the high proof small batch. I think that's 118. High proof small batch is what that is. Yep. But just want to say one more time, thank you to the entire team at JT Mellick, Mike Frugier, Emily, Ava, Brett, Brandon, their entire team over there. They were so hospitable, so great. And like just the Gauchos team, Randy, owner Adam, got to meet him. He was a really cool guy. Like, just want to say thank you to them for asking me along. I mean, who the hell am I? But the fact they've asked me along on some of these picks, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to them. And I will do my best to make sure you guys know when that Mellick pick is dropping. It's a fantastic pick, and I brought a sample home to be able to do a little, tasting and all that. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Awesome. So we should probably get checked in here too. But one thing, Matt, just because people like to know this, I'm gonna put the banner up so everybody can see it. Since it's Pursuit night, right? We're having a complete theme of giveaways tonight. Mac, you want to talk about what we're giving away tonight, buddy?
Oh man. So I know, one of the things I know I'm giving away this Derby Town 7-year from the Melwood Legacy Collection, which is from Pursuit Spirits Company. 122 proof. This is a great little bottle and a really cool thing, which we'll talk about here in a bit with some of their releases. So this is one of the things we're giving away, Pat.
Yeah. So membership giveaway. That's the member. So you might wonder, hey, how do I get to be a part of that giveaway? We're up to like 60 some odd members right now, which is awesome. And just thank you to everybody that's joined. There's a join button on YouTube somewhere in there underneath us, where if you click the join button, it costs between $3 and $6 a month to be a member. We try to release videos a little bit early to members. I'm going to try to convince Mac at some point. We're going to maybe do like a members only video too, to just kind of talk to the members about, what all the kind of stuff we want to do this year, and try to do some exclusive stuff.
Could we do members only jackets, like quilted jackets?
Dude, now you're on to something. The quilted members only jacket.
Jacket.
So no promises, but if you want to join and be a member, no promises on the quilted jacket yet. But if you want to join and be a member, you can be a member. And anyway, we do a member giveaway every week. So this week it's Derby Town. And then we've got 2 other giveaways. Mac, you've got the triple mash.
Oh, I've got Bourbon. The other one too. Yeah. I got all the stuff here, y'all. It's a triple mash. This is Pursuit's triple mash, which let's see if it's focusing. Yep. This is just a solid bottle here. 88 proof. It's their blend of low rye, wheated bourbons, triple mash. Beautiful bottle. Giving away.
And then our guy, Pat, I'll let him talk more about the bottle when he comes on, but he donated something that's pretty cool, which is a Pursuit United Sherry Reserve Rye. And I understand there's not any more of those out there. Like you can't.
That's crazy. Yeah.
And I know you were drinking it earlier and you thought it was like, as we were warming up tonight, you thought it was pretty damn good.
Man. Yeah. So, I mean, I was drinking this one, which I had, this is the backup of, but the sherry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were drinking the sherry. Okay.
No, I would love that, it's really nice. But yeah, we got some killer giveaways.
Yeah. So that's giveaways tonight. That's what we're doing. It's going to be a Pursuit night. We're going to bring the Pursuit ambassadors, our buddies, Robert and Pat, up in a minute, but let's do a quick check-in on the chat, Mac. You want to run that? Or you do that tonight? You got it?
I'll run it.
Okay.
Hey, first of all, we got a new member here. Patrick Cooper, thank you for joining.
Thank you, sir.
Dave Vogelsang, Tater Dave himself, was our first. Cheers, Dave. Robert's coming on later. Cheers, Robert. Randall. Cheers, everyone. I hope you guys are staying warm out there. So we got Randall. We got Dennis. Cheers. Yeah, I hope everyone still stays safe. This was like early. This is before we even started here, Hack. So people were in here on the chat.
Especially tonight. I think people were sitting around their house with not a lot to do because everybody's kind of hunkered down and everybody's probably drank whiskey all day. This could be a loose one tonight.
I know, yeah. Let us know too if y'all been sipping whiskey in the snow and how y'all are doing. So we got Alan, cheers. We got Weird Whiskey Pat, who's going to be joining us tonight. What's going on? We got Tim. We had some fun last night chatting with Tim, like we do. Let's see. Shout out to Tim. Let's see. Gerald.
I'm keeping tabs on the ball game too, Mac. It's
a heater. All right, guys. So okay, here we go. Good evening, Foot Doc. Good to see you.
See you, brother.
What else we got? Real Queasy. Cheers, buddy.
What up, Real Queasy? He's a Louisiana native. He knows all about the JT Millet.
Nice. Brad Cook. Cheers. Let's see here. JG, good to see you. Cheers. Thanks for joining. Okay. Tim was saying he's got a batch 1 double oak bourbon, which I'm jealous.
Let's go.
Andy, cheers. Tim Enriquez. I think I'm saying that wrong, but cheers, buddy. Naomi, cheers. Good to see you. How do I say this? I'm sorry.
I just call him Parker. We'll just call him Parker.
We love you, Parker. I know you've been in here before. We love Luke for her. What's up, man? What's up? All right, here we go. I'm going to keep rolling through this hack.
There's Jerry. Jerry won the Navidad last week.
Jerry, and I have this wrapped, but it didn't get out before the snowstorm. It's coming, buddy. The Navidad is coming. Don't you worry. Sweet Cindy.
A little bit of that Navidad in my hot chocolate today.
Oh man, that Navidad is a
chocolatey, minty hot chocolate. It was damn good in there.
Randall, cheers. Let's see here. CJP. Oh, what up, Corey? Cheers.
What up, Corey?
Mac repeating. Matthew, you joined when we were doing last week's recap. I got a different outfit on. Come on now, y'all. Everyone's obsessed with
he only wears an outfit once at a time. Yeah, come on.
What's up, Steve Paul? All right, I'm going to keep rolling through this hack. Sorry, because I know, but it's so great. We have 55 in here. Thank you guys so much, guys and gals.
Super chats. Let's get those knocked out for sure. We got Dennis coming in with a $5. Stay warm. Dennis is always one of the first to comment, and that means a lot to me, man. Jumping on and comment on all our stuff. It helps us a lot get people to watch this shit show of a channel. So thank you, Dennis.
Yeah, thanks,
Andy, Pursuit Double Oak. That is one of my favorites with the $5 super chat. Brad Cook. Brad, here's staying warm. Cheers to JT Mellick and Pursuit. Hell yeah, Brad. Hell yeah. Tim Enriquez going in for the Derby Town. Why'd they call that thing Derby Town, Matt? Is that like an old brand?
Yeah, it's an old brand. We'll talk a little bit about that tonight.
Okay. We'll save it for later. We'll save it for later.
Yeah.
Brandon Scott with the $20. Cheers. Sipping on the Liquor Zone Pursuit Double Oak.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice.
It's a good one.
Torn Between Bottles, new YouTube member. Thank you, sir. I need to make sure. I'm going to write that down so I add it to the wheel later because it's already pulled that. So that's all of our super chats, I think, Mac, unless I missed anybody.
No,
but yeah, if you want to super chat, you can. You don't have to, but that's how you get in for the bottles. Also, if you'd like to Venmo, it's at Hack and Mac on Venmo. I'll check that if I remember at the end, and they usually remind me. So
they'll remind you. Look at this. Try. I assume, JG, you meant investing in a lint roller. I have 2 of them, and this is just the color of my sweater. Okay.
Oh, Steve Paul, we need the jacket. Everybody wants the members only quilted jacket. I think this could be like our first merch. Like we could roll this out like our first merch for sure. Oh, man. JG Whiskey Cheers. JG's always commenting. I got to tell you about JG real quick, and then we got to get to the boys. I don't want to keep them waiting any longer. But
yeah,
JG was having a few pours the other night, and I was hanging out in the after stream, and JG got a little emotional because he was talking about his love for us, and like. He explained to me that he gives us so much shit because he loves us, which that means a lot to me, Jay. It really does. Hit me in the old heartstrings. So
that means a lot. I don't believe it, JG, but I love it.
Legends of the Oak coming in hot. Doing some cool picks with Legends of the Oak. Got you guys down as a new YouTube member too. So thank you. All right. So listen, I think we're caught up. If we missed some of the chats, we gotta get the boys in. I told them I would get them in fast, and here we are. So without further ado, Mac, let's get our fellas in here and bring them up to the stage. All right.
Yeah. Cheers.
What up, boys?
Guys.
What's going on, y'all? We got Robert. We got Pat. Welcome, y'all. Thanks for
joining. Happy to be here.
What's up, guys?
Man, it's good to have you guys. So one of the coolest things about doing a Whiskey Tube channel is you get to do like fun stuff with your friends. And so in full disclosure, both these guys are good friends of mine that here in the Houston market. They both happen to be Pursuit ambassadors. That was not, I didn't go out and try to recruit all the Pursuit ambassadors in Houston to be in the basement dwellers. But these dudes love whiskey and are super great about, this Pursuit ambassador thing and have, brought me along and helping me learn a lot during my journey. And so we talked about doing a super fan thing, but they're also ambassadors. So like, this is a really cool kind of thing. And so tonight we're going to talk all about Pursuit and super excited to have you guys.
Yeah. So maybe you guys could start with what's the Pursuit ambassador, and each of you maybe tell us how you got there. And I guess we'll start with Pat. I think you were first, and Robert, you may have just become, but I'd love to hear from you both.
Yeah. So when I was, I moved to Texas in 2024, and I moved from Connecticut. Was already into whiskey while I was there. Shout out to the West Hartford Whiskey Society. It was one of the groups that I was in, a bunch of good group of people. And I was already a big fan of the podcast. Had been using Sealbox to ship it in because it wasn't distributed there. And, went through a couple bottles. And then when we moved from Connecticut to Texas and drove through, we stopped at Pursuit. Did the whole shebang. Dogs got to run around the distillery. This was the old facility out on Melwood, not the new place. And then when I got here, was still listening to the podcast, and they were still pulling out calls for ambassadors, and sent them an email. So talked to Kenny and went through the whole process, and then started doing tastings around Houston.
That's awesome.
That's
awesome. You, Robert?
Yeah, and I'll give all the credit to Pat for me being a Pursuit ambassador. We went to a bottle share at his house. I think that was October.
Around
October, and he was talking about being a Pursuit ambassador and doing all the things that he's involved with. And I've had some of the Pursuit bottles, specifically the Liquor Zone Double Oak Pick that came out, the last two, and really liked both those bottles. May or may not have bought a couple backups. And we had lots of conversations through text and Discord about what it was to be a Pursuit ambassador. And so I reached out and got involved and went through the orientation and started doing some tastings. And I've done everything from specs, and some of that local specs in this area. And now I've been really focusing on a lot of the smaller stores, like Liquor Zone in Pearland. There's a couple other stores in Pearland and some stores out in League City area. And it's been a lot of fun. I mean, I enjoy talking about whiskey and drinking it, of course, and get to share some great bottles that are out there that a lot of people don't know about them. They might skip over if we weren't there to share the story and let them try it. More importantly, once they try it, people really love it.
Yeah. And so for people that aren't from Houston, real quick, I'll just kind of so even though they're both Pursuit ambassadors, or both in Houston, it's such a large geographic area. I mean, it's really spread out, right? Like it get up to Pat, I'm talking about probably an hour and a half drive from me. And so, the thing is really kind of cool with Pursuit. What they've done is they've really invested in trying to build their brand through these ambassadors. In a city like Houston, it can definitely, there might even more. Are there more than just you two guys? Is there another?
There's a bunch.
Yeah, there's a, I forget the exact number, but it's somewhere, it's probably close to 10. I mean, so the joke is Houston's an hour away from Houston.
Yeah.
So there's quite a big, there's a large area to cover. I think there's probably somewhere between 8 and 10. They do all around. So, and a lot of the guys will post on like the Facebook groups and things like that to announce when their tastings are coming up. But and Pursuit obviously will post them also when they get them posted.
Yeah, they did something recently where they were asking like, how far are we willing to drive? And in Houston, you might say 30 miles, but that might be an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this might be the best question to start off with, and can also maybe kick off as we start to dive into this. And I think we have an order of how we talked a little bit about this, but let's talk about it, man. Yeah, exactly. That's how we do. But which Pursuit bottle should I start with? And I think we're going to show a lot of bottles up here. But tell me, when I go into a store, what Pursuit bottles am I going to see / what should I start with / what can I start with? Does that make sense? I'll just give that to you two and just go with it.
Yeah. I'll go first. My recommendation usually, especially when someone's coming up to the table when I'm doing a tasting, because you're usually tasting only 2 products. Usually we'll have the triple mash bourbon and triple mash rye.
Okay.
Us whiskey nerds that are into it and know that rye is worth trying, it can be a struggle with the general population because rye is hard to sell. Most people, if they drink whiskey, they're going for their bourbons, and you have to give them the sales pitches is it's a very bourbon friendly rye. And and there are lots of people that you will convert that say I will actually drink this. So I love all the products. Obviously, I was a huge Pursuit nerd before I joined as an ambassador, but I would start with the rye. Which is, and that's what I'm drinking right here. So this is the 108 proof triple mash rye. The 108 proofs are eventually going to be Kentucky only. And, you made me big.
Hold that up again. Hold the bottle up.
So the 108 proof ones in these old bottles, these are eventually going to be Kentucky only and P Club. They have the 88 proof and the barrel entry, or the barrel proof versions that are going to be out in distribution. So if you can find the 108 proof, grab it. But the 88 proof is a completely solid option to get into Pursuit. If you're a little further on in your whiskey journey, don't hesitate to grab either one of the barrel proofs. I am a bigger fan of the Pursuit rye. I think the bourbon's killer, but I think they knock it out of the park with the rye. So that would be my suggestion.
Nice. Robert, do you agree?
Yeah, I was going to say something similar. I mean, like what Pat was talking about is like you have the old style bottles, but then now the new style bottles that have the embossed Pursuit on the front.
Yeah.
And
hold up the new bottle. Hold up the new bottle, Robert, real quick. Yeah,
that's the newer style bottle that you'll see. This is the white label. This is a double oak pick, and then these are the older style bottles. This is the rye because it's green. You know, some of the stores still have some of the older ones that we do tastings, and I once again, similar to Pat, and I've talked about this at length. I also start with the rye. I did a tasting on Friday night as people were trying to get ready for the storm here in Texas. So as soon as they bought groceries, they went to the liquor store to buy bottles. And I would let people try the barrel proof rye first, and then the barrel proof bourbon. A lot of people really will like say, no, I'd rather just have the bourbon, but it's like you need to try it. Try it first.
I think that's a super bourbon friendly rye. That triple mash.
Yeah. And so my favorite reaction is,
I know we kind of talked about this before, and I don't think we can, like, you guys, this is probably something I'm going to answer just to keep you guys safe on this, isn't the triple mash wording had to be changed on labels? And I just want to tackle that real quick and just say, I think that it's definitely being discussed, is that there's been some claims that triple mash is being used by others, which I think is kind of complete bullshit. But also I'll just say, like, you know, these guys, they're working for Pursuit. I'll keep them free and clear of anything here and just say, yeah, that's definitely in the works, Foot Doc. You're not off on that. But I do think it'd be a good lead in to talk about, like, why is it called a triple mash?
Yep. Great question.
So, I mean, I can start with the rye. Like when people are drinking it, I try not to get real specific unless they're someone that's really into whiskey, and they may ask that question. Right. And then we can explain, like, from a rye standpoint, that there's 3 different mash bills in all 3, both the rye and the bourbon. And so using different distilleries, contract distilled for the rye, it's 2 different mash bills of Sagamore and 1 from Bardstown. And then you want to talk about the bourbon, Patrick?
Yeah. So the triple mash basically just means that there's 3 different mash bills in the bottle, in the blend that they do. So, like, the rye is 2 states, like you said, and it's Sagamore and Bardstown Bourbon Company. The bourbon is Kentucky, Tennessee, and New York. The Kentucky one is Bardstown. The New York one is Finger Lakes Distillery. That's actually a wheated bourbon. But the Kentucky and Tennessee are rye mash bill bourbons. The Tennessee one is just a Tennessee distilling partner that they can't name. If you can find the mash bill and Google it, I'm sure you could figure it out. But you know how all the NDAs and everything like that work. So there's 3 mash bills, 3 different states in the bourbon, 2 different states. And what they also do is, you know, it's not sourcing, it's contract distilling. And that's really important because it's like cooking in someone else's kitchen, for those that don't know the difference between sourcing, where you're just buying barrels on the market, and contract distilling, where it's your recipe, it's your idea, and someone else is making it. Because there's a huge capital investment to have a distillery that you are, you know, then making and going through the whole process of buying the grains and mashing and fermenting and then distilling and then aging. But they also age them in those states. So there's that little bit of terroir that you get from the wheated bourbon in New York and the one in Tennessee. That's the, I think it's, I forget exactly what the mash bill is. And then the Bardstown one in Kentucky, they're aged in those states, and then they bring them back and blend them. So it gives it that, you know, because blending is what they focus on. They're an NDP. If you guys don't know, that's a non-distilling producer. But yeah, contract distilling is kind of, it's that very specific. These are the things that we want to have made, and then they do it in those states and those contract distilling partners.
Yeah, I want to show something around that, Pat, real quick. Just let me show something real quick. So one of the cool things too that I think that Pursuit does around transparency on their labels. Yep. You guys look. This is the new label, and then this is the old label. I'm gonna hold it up. Where all they said on the old label is they said, "Hey, distilled in Kentucky, Tennessee, and New York." And then on the new label, they actually get into the specific mash bills for each area that it's made in. And so I think, guys, like, that's kind of a cool thing for me, is like the fact that they're trying to be more and more transparent, especially with the newer labels. And is that kind of like an intentional thing that you know, like the company said, hey, you know, we really want to make sure people know more. And as people, you know, we're a whiskey nerd channel, right? Like we probably are not the everyday bourbon drinker by far, because we're going to get into some of this nerd stuff. But like, you know, I guess I'd just like to know, is that kind of an intentional thing you guys think with trying to be more transparent?
Absolutely. So I'm sure most of the people who are watching know, but you know, Pursuit Spirits stems from the Bourbon Pursuit podcast, and Kenny and Ryan,
if
the
only
founders
could,
of.
Hey, sorry, Pat. If only we could have someone that knew about.
Yeah, if only we had somebody that could tell the story of the.
Kenny, how's it going, everybody?
What's going on?
The operating officer, Pursuit. Thank you for joining us, Kenny.
Absolutely. I hope this doesn't come out of left field to all of our ambassadors over here that didn't know I was going to jump on tonight, but you know, just a fun little surprise.
Yeah, we wanted to surprise them. These guys are busting their butt here in Houston, and we just thought, you know, if we could get Kenny to hop on. I know it's normally your family night, and I know you are super crazy busy. So the fact that you joined our little tiny YouTube channel, Kenny, thank you so much. Like, dude, like we're just starting out and don't really know what the hell we're doing, but we're so thankful for you hopping on with our guys from Pursuit, and we love the brand and love what you guys are doing. So cheers, and thank you, Kenny.
Well, no, I totally appreciate it. And don't be wrong, we all started in the same exact position. We all started small and had to grow somewhere. But honestly, like talking to Rob and to Patrick over here, I know that they know the story just as better as I know, right? And so you're definitely in good hands with these guys too.
So we were just getting into, Kenny, like a little bit of who you guys are and how you started. And I know you probably have told this story a million times, but did you ever think in a million years that you would go from just talking about bourbon to all of a sudden being this brand that's really incredible, and a lot of us whiskey nerds are just loving what you do?
Well, I think we're still waiting for that point where we think we're still incredible. We're building towards there. You know,
2026.
Yeah. 26 is the year for us. You're right, Patrick. You know, I think it's just one of those things that, you know, we started from a very kind of like, I don't know, it's a beginning that nobody else would have thought of in the bourbon whiskey world. The idea of starting a whiskey brand never even crossed our minds. It was a series of just never saying no to the right opportunity that just showed themselves. And it was just through a like I said, just step after step after step of finding right connections, right people, right whiskey, everything that just all kind of fell into place. And then, you know, then it just, from there, it's just like, you know, you find out different things inside the industry, and you try to figure out like, oh, how can we take it to the next step? And then, you know, this is exactly where like ambassadors come into play, because like we can't tell the story by ourselves. Like we need people to help go out there and amplify the message. And you know, it's like having those kind of folks is just one piece of, you know, ammunition in our arsenal that we can to be able to go out there and try to make a name for ourselves. You know, we're still a very small brand. We're still trying to make a name for ourselves amongst the names that are the biggest that are out there in the world. And, you know, it doesn't happen overnight, right? I mean, I always say this to people when we do our ambassador orientations. It says, like, you know, the old adage of that takes a village to raise a child. Well, it takes an army to build a bourbon brand. And so it's just very fortunate that we have people on our side to be able to make that kind of thing happen too.
That's awesome. Well, I'm so thankful that you are investing in what you're doing, because I think there's a lot of folks that, you know, I've been fortunate enough to have an opportunity to do some single barrel picks in the last couple of years, and certainly, you know, the double oak single barrel is like everyone, a lot of us, that's where we start on the journey. But you guys do so much more than that, and without the ambassadors, you know, kind of showing up in these stores and bringing people into that, it shows how much you care about the whiskey community. I think it's a really cool thing. You know, like there's a lot of other brands that aren't doing it. And so man, kudos to you guys for doing it, Kenny. Like, I think it's super cool.
Well, I mean, we're kind of a different scenario, right? I don't think that you could find any other bourbon brand on the planet that could build an ambassador program like we could. You know, we've got a lot of people that not only listen to us, but the reality is that like you just want to put this out there to anybody so they can go and join and do whatever. I mean, we make sure that the only people that join our ambassador program are people that actually listen to the podcast. Like they know the story, they know what we're trying to build, they have a vested interest in our success. And if you were just another bourbon brand looking for just yahoos on Instagram to go and join, to go and do what you want to do, is like you're gonna have people that manipulate the system, that don't take it seriously, way more turnover than you could probably ever understand. And so it's just like I said, it's just one of those things that we looked at it and we saw the tools that were at disposal, and we just said like, my gosh, like there's so many people out there that not only listen to us, and we want to kind of give back too. I mean, the thing that we always say about the ambassador program is that you're going to talk about whiskey anyway, you might as well get paid for it. And so we've always just kind of been as like kind of that thing in our back pocket, because as much as we love to talk about whiskey, hopefully that you feel aligned to a particular product and brand that you can say, hey, I'm a part of this thing.
That's so cool.
Yeah. And I think, Kenny, and thank you for taking time. I know you have limited time, but I have to ask this question about the P Club, and then also what you released through the P Club this year was incredible. This Cognac Cask Rye is going way too fast. Maybe could you talk a little bit about the P Club and then some of those awesome releases, because those were just incredible.
Thanks. And thank you for being a part of that. Patrick just helped a bottle there as well. The P Club thing, this didn't come out of, it came out of a little, like a bunch of ideas and things that Ryan and I were kind of going back and forth. Ryan, who's my business partner in all this, he's been to Napa. He's seen exactly what goes on there. And he knows that you don't get out of Napa unless you sign up for like 15 wine clubs. Like if you're there for... if you're there for a vacation, like what's going to happen, right? But as a part of building this out, it was kind of looking at like the broader landscape and knowing, well, there's something that's very much missing inside this bourbon world. We usually are always on the forefront as Pursuit. Like we always try to have a through line that says we think differently. We try to make things that like nobody else is doing, and as a part of building out P Club, we also looked at it and said like, well, there's a whole, not just like 3/4 of the US, but there's probably like 5/6 of the US that just can't get our stuff. Like there's just no way to be able to do it just because of the 3-tier system and what's been handed to us. And we have to find a different way to make it accessible. And so through building out P Club, we wanted to do a few different things. One is to make access ubiquitous. Like, just because you don't live in Kentucky or Texas or about to be California and a few other like 16 or 17 distributed states, we don't want to inhibit you from not being able to access Pursuit. So that was number one. Number two is that we don't want to just rest on our laurels. Like we want to continue innovating. We want to continue developing new products. And we can't do that through the traditional 3-tier system. For us to come out with some things like you just mentioned, like Cognac Cask Rye, the Kodama Mizunara, the blend of Ophelia, every single quarter we're coming out with a new product. And we want to do that because we don't want to be hamstringed just because of the nature of the business. Like we want to continue providing new products to everybody. And there's only one way we can do that, and that's through new means. Going to tell our distributors, be like, hey, here's a new product. It's another quarter. Go and sell. Well, for them to actually get the product to go and sell and to get it down to the point where you're able to buy it from the retail shelf, it could probably be another 3 months from that point, right? And so it didn't really make sense to go to the 3-tier system to continue to try to push that through. And so P Club was really our answer for a lot of this. And it was our ability to be able to work with, our third-party company that we work with through Washington, D.C. They're just a fulfillment center. We still own everything from the club management side to the product side and everything like that. And they're just the shipping component. But by having a very low barrier to entry, which is $150 a year, that takes care of everything. That's free shipping, that's P Club pickup, that's whatever, that includes everything inside of it. And it's just going to be, you pay for the bottles on top of it. I thought it was a much better program than what a lot of people in the other industry that are doing and charging like $2,000 a year, and then you still have to pay for bottles on top of that. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
what
funny part,
people are
Mac
thinking.
will pay that. Mac will pay that. He doesn't mind. He's in.
I mean, like, it's just one of those things. It's like,
crazy.
I understand like like there might be like the very, 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 very rare side of things of that, but it's like, but can you guarantee it? You can't. And so what I want to try to do is like, let's find something that I feel, as somebody that comes from like the whiskey geekdom as well, like what would I find interesting? And so that's really what I try to provide. And everything that we do is, it's like, if it is not something that I think that we would find super interesting or super compelling, then I wouldn't do that. And that not only just comes from the product side, that goes to the podcast, that goes through everything. It's like, it has to be something that I find super interesting, and then hopefully other people find interesting as well.
Yeah, well, I think it is working for, I mean, in this community tonight, like we've got some of the most viewers we've ever had tonight here, just because everybody wants to talk pursuit. They want to nerd out on it. They want to talk about barrel stave codes. They want to like we want to get in, like the community we're involved in, like we want to get into the nitty gritty of like what's really going on with the brand and what's going on with the whiskey. And I mean, I think that you guys have nailed it. In the chat, just so you guys know, there'll be every so often on our Nightbot, there's a link to check out P Club. So anybody that's interested, please click on that link and check it out. And if you live in a state that maybe they don't have that distribution, it's a great opportunity. But guys, Robert, you guys got anything you want to ask Kenny while you guys are here?
Yeah, I'll send you my expense report for January in a little bit.
That's what I'm here for. So don't you worry about it. It usually gets paid on time.
Way ahead of you. Already did.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate what Kenny does for us and the communication. I mean, we know what we need to know, and they support us as far as helping us out and making sure that we go to the right stores and we find out inventory and things like that to help us and give us information about picks and bottles that are out there. So we know what we need to know, and they support us as far as going to stores and helping us get bottles out to people and getting them in the hands of people who've never heard about Pursuit.
Absolutely. And being that we're all whiskey nerds, the transparency of Pursuit is one of the things that drew me to it in the first spot.
Yes.
But also like the ability of us and all of the content that's out there that we get from both Ryan and Kenny is great, because we get to hear just about everything we ever want to know. There is so many details to drill down to, like the lowest, smallest bit. It's one of those. It's why everybody who is a whiskey nerd gets attracted to the brand.
And for me, I mean, I'm newer to whiskey. Being able to go into listen to one of the calls and doing a tasting and let the whiskey speak for itself. Not everybody wants to hear the story sometimes. They just want to try it. And I think that was one of the biggest pieces of advice I got from the beginning, was let the whiskey speak for itself. And I mean, to give someone a pour of the triple mash rye right now, the barrel proof, and for someone who is not really into rye and they kind of tilt their head and go, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it makes the job easier when the whiskey's great.
It does. The product helps a lot.
I appreciate it. Yeah, that's great. I mean, it's just one of those things that, we came from same background that many of us have always looked at and consider ourselves whiskey geeks, and we want to try to figure out, like, let's create a great product for a great price point that we know that we can do it at a really good scale point. I mean, we're not trying to be a particular brand that is trying to sell stuff that's just, wax dip and $300. Like that's not what it's about, right? It's about making sure that we create, fair products at a fair price point. As a whiskey geek that you guys should care about.
Sorry, I don't want to need a chainsaw to open the wax top.
Yeah, that, or I mean, we've all gotten a serrated knives out, just like trying to.
Oh yeah. I've scared people on this stream many times with my knives opening bottles. Kenny, there are a couple of questions that have come up, and one that we are obviously going to be respectful of your time, but like the Pursuit experience on Whiskey Row, that's open this year. Mac and I will be there at the end of February.
Yeah.
We're definitely, that is on our must do while we're there in Louisville. Just tell us a little bit like what's going on. Like if you're going to visit Whiskey Row and come see you guys, like what can we expect? What are some things we should do? And like, tell us about it.
Oh, for sure. Patrick has been there too, so I know he can always talk about it too. But coming to our spot on Whiskey Row in downtown Louisville, we just opened this in August this past year, and before I get all kind of sappy and whatever about it, I mean, the one thing to kind of understand is that we're a bourbon brand built through a different means. Most bourbon brands are built through private funding, through generations that just have like inherited money and done different things. And like the one thing that makes Pursuit really different is that like this was built out of passion. This was built out of people that are just like you. And it's something that we hold near and dear to our hearts to say, like, we are trying to build something that is truly for the whiskey geek. And so if you come and visit Pursuit, like we want to make something that is going to be an everlasting memory that if you come and visit us, you're going to experience something that you can't experience anywhere else on the Bourbon Trail. And that's because we want to continually try to beat out every one of the big guys inside the industry. And we want to do it because we want to create things that we know that as a whiskey geek that we want to do. And so that's the reason why we built things like the whole shebang. I saw somebody that was even in the chat saying, I can't wait to go do the whole shebang. I mean, this was built out of something that we truly thought, I mean, still this day, we still think that like there's nothing better you can do inside the whiskey world than picking your own barrel. Like there's like at this point, there's still nothing better. And so we want to try to figure out, well, instead of you having to bring, 7 of your friends and then put down $10,000 and you all buy a barrel and then you get this 180 bottles amongst yourselves. It's like, well, let's just democratize it a little bit. That way you can go in, you can go through a barrel selection, you can taste things different, you can taste and figure out what really speaks to you. And then you get to fill up just a bottle by yourself, the one that you want, and you can take it home. Plus you get to go ahead and take it down the bottling line, like write your name on it, like everything like that. And so as a part of building out Whiskey Row, like that was one of the main things we want to do was actually take the whole shebang experience that we had done at our Melwood distillery and bring it downtown and just kind of give everybody that full encompassing experience. And now that we're, like I said, about 6 months into being there, having the whole shebang going on for probably a little bit over a year now, there's other people that are stealing our ideas and they're running with it, and that's okay. I mean, it's all about trying to figure out like who can make build a better mousetrap in this industry. And so we're already, it truly is. And it's like, how can we try to figure out like what the shebang 2.0 look like for us already? But I just want to kind of like, roll off on that tangent and just say like, come and see us. I guarantee you that if you do come to Pursuit, it will be probably the best experience that you're going to have on the Bourbon Trail with people that also actually like give a shit. Like I guarantee you, like a lot of people that work on inside of bourbon, like, it's a job to them. I understand even for our staff, at the end of the day, it's also a job, but I truly feel that like when our staff comes to work every single day, like they get it. They understand that this is like the opportunity for them to be able to put an impression on people that like, what does Pursuit actually stand for? And we have a very, very small team. And when I say very, very small team, Ryan and I included, like we're like a 14-person company, right? So yeah, you're looking at like, it doesn't take long to try to figure out if a team member wasn't going to work. And to this day, we have not had to get rid of one of them. Like we have the highest retention rate amongst anybody, and that's because we really try to truly create a very like an atmosphere that they want to be in, but they feel passionate about it, and they feel that they can also drive their own message and their awareness into people that want to go and see everything we're building as well.
Man, I'm so stoked to come in February, Mac. Now
wait, man, I can't wait.
Just wait until you get to the bar downstairs. Trial and error. The cocktails are amazing. The atmosphere, the bartenders, Everything is top notch. I say that even if I wasn't a Pursuit ambassador, obviously wearing the gear, but my God, man, it is such an awesome place.
So pumped. So pumped. Listen, Kenny, I don't want to keep you any longer than we told you, but you're welcome to hang out as long as you want, brother. But like, I know you told us you just had
Family
a little
night.
bit of time, so.
Are you staying?
I appreciate it.
You staying warm?
No,
Kenny?
I'm staying warm. Yeah, I actually had to go shovel the driveway twice today. That second time, I think it was on my own. I just want to make sure that like it was like truly done. It's like you get it done first, and then a couple hours later, you got about like 3 or 4 more inches on top of it. So it was pretty easy powder after that. But like guys, happy to stay on for probably about another 5 or 6 more minutes. If there's any other questions that need to come up. But as Patrick said, I will iterate again. Our bar team over at Trial and Error, I think we still have probably one of the best teams that we've been able to assemble around there, and being able to have a staff that knows how to be able to come in and create amazing cocktails. And I kid you not, like we opened in August of last year. We're in our 4th cocktail menu rotation already, right? Like
Wow.
there's so much innovation in regards of just like how can we keep people interested in coming back and be able to see what we're doing. And like they do, like our whole staff there does such an amazing job. I'm just so happy that I don't have to manage it all, because we need to put people in places that they can take care of it. But like I said, it is definitely going to be a highlight for people that do come to be able to come and see exactly what you can find there at Trial and Error. Whether it's going to be through a cocktail or whether it's through, like I said, we've got every single Pursuit series we've ever done on the menu, plus a shit ton of other stuff too.
So this is a question, Kenny, in your last few minutes here that I want to make sure I don't get my Pursuit ambassadors in trouble. So if I'm just told me to shut up, tell me to shut up. Okay. But we're nerdy enough that we really get into the barrel codes, right? And I think that we've pretty well figured out almost like what they all kind of are. But was the thought, Kenny, that you wanted that to be a little bit of a mystery, or it was a little bit of a hunt, or like, is there, because I noticed there's not like a lot of like public places like where you can go, like you get it deep into the Reddits and the whiskey nerds, and like we've kind of figured out together, like, okay, what do these codes mean? But what was your thought with the barrel codes, and just kind of tell us a little bit about that if you can.
So the idea of a batch code was definitely there to make sure that people could go and understand, like, hey, if there's a problem with something, I can point back to this one. Cool, we have that. And then when it got into the actual codes, because I saw people talk about like the TB and the CB, or the tobacco and the creme brulee stave, and like all these other things, that's almost like kind of a miss for us, and we're trying to figure that one out. Because one of the things that we've realized is that even though that we put, like, we're transparent to a fault. I mean, you can look on the side of your bottles, like in the new labels, and you can see exactly the mash bills and who we work with and everything like that as well. We put the batch code on the side because that gives us an indication of like what barrels did we dump at that particular batch code, if we need to go back to something, so we have the traceability to go back to it. But when it comes to the double oak side and what barrel stave that you pick, we actually kind of like we're kind of going and reformulating that a little bit, because like say you pick a tobacco stave versus somebody else that picks a V18 or a creme brulee or whatever. Well, how do you know? Well, the only way you know is you have to turn the bottle on the side. You have to find these little 2 digits or on the very end of it. But we're starting to realize that like that's the big differentiating factor. So if a account picks, like, let's say 3 barrels, and you don't know exactly what's the difference between those 3 barrels, like it should be pretty prominent. So we're going back and we're reformulating a little bit by being able to have that sticker that's on the front, that barrel select, and having the second line underneath it, but potentially be the barrel stave that you select. That way it's a little bit easier to be able to see what's the barrel select. But again, it's just part of the discovery and trial and error process.
That makes sense. Mac, do you got any closing question here?
Yeah. Well, I did. So I don't know how you do it all, Kenny, where the podcast, the bar, the actual the P Club, the whiskey making, even the the sort of, I don't know what you would you call this, the LE, like what? And then are you doing, sorry, this is like 5 questions, so I will just try to summarize this. But are you going to be doing, can you tease anything for, do you have something coming like this for next year, for this year? Do you, like, what's going on? What's the future of the P Club? What should we know? I'm happy to, and I'm excited to be a part of it. But I love this Melwood collection, which we were about to talk about, but I'll turn it over to you to kind of talk a little bit about that, and maybe what, if you could tease anything, but I know you'll probably do that on your own podcast.
No, it's okay. I'm happy to. Yeah, so what you're holding is a bottle of Old Anvil, and that has its own story. Like, that was a one-time thing. It'll never be duplicated ever again. This was something that people had bought barrels from it and they just got rid of them. But we actually held on to them, and we had a really, really, really solid release of it. Now, what you're holding is part of our Melwood Legacy collection, and I won't bore anybody with the details. You can actually go to pursuitspirits.com and go ahead and look at the Melwood Legacy collection. There is a button on there that says more about Melwood, and you can look at all of the history that I put together of the Melwood distillery, and cool. You can kind of understand exactly like where we came from, the reason why we did it, because of our location and just having access to all these labels and all this sort of stuff. So the goal is that in the first year that we did this, we released the Melwood Bottle and Bond, released Derbytown 7-year cash strength, and then the Old Anvil. That was a one-time limited release that you have in your hands right there. We are going to try to do one bottle of the Melwood Legacy collection every single year. Oh, so cool. We already have the barrels lined up and we have the label lined up. But I don't know if I can release exactly what it's going to be, but I will tell you that it's a rye.
Come on.
It is a rye.
You're right there.
Oh, yes, it's a rye.
Oh, yes, it's a rye.
It is a rye. I think it's like 7 or 8 years old right now. But we're still trying to finalize all the details for it right now. But it is a rye that came out of the original Melwood distillery, not the former when it was Kentucky Generals or Kentucky cool. General Distillers Corporation in Kentucky or whatever it is. So, but like I said, it is going to be a fun release. They're all fun releases, but the idea is that it's still going to be small. It's going to be distillery only or P Club only.
That's awesome.
Another reason to join P Club.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it.
Kenny, listen, just again, super grateful. We started our YouTube channel just in April last year. We just did it because we love talking whiskey and nerding out and geeking out over it, and have watched your podcast for many years and huge fans, and for you to come on and surprise our friends Robert and Pat, man, thank you. We appreciate that from the bottom of our heart, and we'll let you get back to your family time, but man, thank you, Kenny, and keep kicking ass, and we will see you at the end of February.
Sure, that sounds great. And I have to apologize to Robert, because Robert actually sent me a text message about this happening, and I kept it a secret. I didn't even tell him that I was coming on here, right?
Yeah, Robert was on it, boy. He was like trying to help us out, which I appreciate greatly. I was like,
yeah, he's like, you should probably do it. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to answer. I'm just going to ghost him for a minute. But like I said, as somebody that was in the media space, I do want to just commend you. This is, like I said, it's fun. It's taxing. It is a lot of work at the end of the day as well. So just keep doing what you're doing, keep chugging away, and keep doing it. Like I said, just keep at it, because good things always come, and hopefully it happens to you all as well. Like I said, it's just going to be one of those things that it takes a lot of time. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to be able to talk to your audience about it as well. I never take it for granted coming from this particular background. I know that we're not Heaven Hill, we're not Maker's Mark, we're just a small peon in this whole bourbon existence. And so anybody that goes out there and buys a bottle of Pursuit, thank you so much, especially if you not only you drink it, but you share it with 10 of your friends. Much better, because it's just the only way that the word ever gets out. And then you have guys like Patrick down here that do it for a living, so I love it.
Yeah, thank you, Kenny. We appreciate you, brother.
All right, y'all. Take care. Have a great evening.
Cheers. Thank you.
That was a nice surprise, guys. Thanks.
I'm sorry to interrupt you there, Pat, but I thought we might have him on, but how awesome was that? It was so nice.
It's weird he didn't respond to the text, because when I texted him after that, we had a drop that I was tasting at, and we sold over 25 bottles, and his first words were, "Holy crap," like immediately. And so he didn't respond. So I thought that was weird.
To toot Robert's horn, I know for a fact it's the most bottles sold at a tasting in Texas.
Wow.
I'm curious, and we may have to find out from Kenny, like what the record is for a tasting across the U.S., because I don't know that anybody sold that many bottles at a tasting before. It's amazing. It's an amazing feat for sure.
That's awesome, man.
Then again, I worked at one night and I sell one, which I outsold the other person selling bourbon that night, and that's all that mattered.
Yeah, wins and losses, man. The biggest thing that they tell us is, liquid ellipse.
I think all these other brands, though, and this is no bullshit, right? Like all of these other brands out there that are struggling for shelf space and trying to figure it out, and they're literally going, hey, we're gonna find our fans, turn them into ambassadors, put them out there, give them basically free whiskey to sample out to people, and it's so great, man. It is so great what the Pursuit program does. I mean, it's so cool. And for Kenny and Mac, thank you. And just to be clear, Mac reached out to Kenny and has developed a relationship with Kenny over some time here. And so, Mac, thank you for setting us up for the boys. This was so kind to you, bro.
I mean, I'm sure they could have done a lot easier than me, but yeah, I mean, it just goes to show, because I hardly know Kenny at all, but it just goes to show, and he said it at the end, which is jumping on here, and that's what this is about for them. So anyway, it was awesome. What's Duran saying?
Duran says you have a bat phone for whiskey people.
I did. That's such a great that is awesome. That's awesome.
So true. So true.
So yeah, so
I think you're my younger brother, Pat.
Yes. So they were saying, okay, wait. So we're gonna get back into the whiskey here, but also there were a lot of comments about a beard being required for the stream, which is true. Everyone must have a beard.
Okay, yeah.
And then how we're all brothers here, which we are brothers. Okay. So everyone chill out. Anyway.
Yeah, it was a question too, and I didn't feel like I wanted to ask him that on the stream, but I will try to find out. And I think it was Sweet Cindy and a couple of others were asking about the Benny's relationship, but I don't want to put him on the spot, but I'll see what I can kind of find out about that. I know that it's been kind of a rocky road for them, but I did see the question. I don't want to skirt that, but first time you have a guest on, you hit him in the mouth with hey, what's going on? So just know, but maybe we can find some info out and we can share it with you guys. Okay.
It is available in other stores in those Benny's areas now, though. So that was we don't have a lot of information either, because we're not in Illinois. But I do know that Pursuit is still available in the Chicago and Illinois area. So if you're in that area,
let's drink some whiskey.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Now, we're an hour in. We've only got 2 more hours to go.
Well, I mean, tonight, let's go. Baby.
We're an hour in. Everybody's snowed in. Nobody's supposed to be driving. There's a lot of people not working tomorrow. So, what do y'all think? Let's drink some whiskey.
I don't know. I might have to go to the liquor store to re-up.
Yeah, you're in danger of running out.
Hold on a minute. Wait. Let's look at the number of bottles that you have of Pursuit.
You see my Glen
collection? And
you
may have taken me on a cell phone tour of your floor the other night, which, hey, if you stick around long enough, we get Mac into some whiskey. Let's see if we can get him to do a tour.
Yeah, floor whiskey. Let's go.
All right. So what are we going to pour up? What do you guys want to drink? Let's drink some whiskey.
Yeah, let's ask the so I'm going to say what I'm doing, but I would like to hear the ambassadors here. I there are these famed picks, right, of from Pursuit, which I think before they started releasing their LE or whatever, and the P Club, maybe we should start kind of earlier, but I'll defer to our ambassadors. What are you pouring? What should we talk about?
I want to make a point. I saw Tim's note about asking about the Double Oak Batch 1, and if anybody had it. I did the Whiskey Social in Houston in 2024, and there was one of the other Houston Pursuit ambassadors, Robert Schaefer, great guy, and he actually brought his own bottle to that for the VIP share. So I got to try it at the Whiskey Social, and it's hard to describe other than the most butterscotch thing you've ever had. As far as
Jesus.
And
you're talking my love language, Pat.
Which one is this?
Batch 1 of the Double Oak Bourbon. So it was, Pursuit was on a roll and they were getting started and everything like that. But one of the things that helped them jump, and of course they've made other jumps after this and everything like that, where they've kind of gained more traction. But that first batch of Double Oak Bourbon was one of the ones that people went absolutely bonkers for, and rightly so. Like I know that I was never going to try it, and then I just happened upon the Whiskey Social. We got tickets just to go, and I knew Pursuit was going to be there. Which, by the way, ambassadors do pour also at the whiskey events. That's actually how me and Hack met in person, was at Whiskey Riot.
Yeah. Awesome.
And Robert brought his own because he's a very generous guy. If you're on any of the Facebook groups like Bourbon Real Talk and you ever see Roger Schaefer, he's a mensch, total solid dude, absolutely great guy. And he brought his own bottle of Batch 1 to try. And it was unbelievable, Tim. I fell in love with that bottle even more than I fell in love with Pursuit even more after having that bottle.
So listen, I want to talk about something real quick, and I think this will lead us into let's just dive into Double Oaks. I just want to do that. So here's the thing. There are different codes out there. I have two of my favorite codes, and I'll tell you what my two favorite are, and then I'll give you a comparison here because I just did a fresh crack, right? And I saw somebody in the chat mention it. They were talking about the Specs drop pick. I just cracked it because I had a fresh bottle, and it has a laser code or a code of CB. Yeah. That stands for a creme brulee, which means it's probably got a little extra toast to it. It's got a little extra sweetness to it. What my first pick ever of Pursuit was a Four Horsemen pick. That's a creme brulee that I've had. I think this is my fourth bottle. I think this is my fourth bottle of this. But the new one at Specs is also a creme brulee. Yeah. And so what I'm going to do, I just had some of that creme brulee. So I'm going to have some of this creme brulee and give some notes on it. But I think the creme brulee is one of my favorite, and I love it a lot. Mac,
is it the liquor zone? Is it the liquor zone pick?
So that one actually is a TB, which is my second favorite.
Okay,
which is tobacco stave.
Let's go to this after what you do. All right.
No, you do it right now. We'll do it at the same time. It's totally fine. I know that Pat has a CB as well.
Yeah, I have that one too. It's almost.
Yeah.
Oh, Robert has it too. So
I think Mac or Hack. I think you and I have the same two favorites when it comes to stave finishing: is the creme brulee and the TB, the tobacco stave. A lot of the other ones are really great, but those two seem to shine. Bourbon or rye, it doesn't matter. If I see them, I grab them.
Yeah.
What is
so some of the other codes, they have a V18, which stands for Seguin Moreau. So they have a Seguin Moreau finish.
Yep.
We have another one that is AOHV, which is American Oak High
Vanilla.
Thank you. You have another one, which is FOMV, which is French Oak Medium Vanilla?
Medium Toast.
Toast. Oh, FOMT. That's right.
Yeah.
I'm doing it by memory. So here's the thing: is some of this stuff is supposed to be proprietary. So, but if anybody wants to reach out to me privately, I've got like a nerdy code for it and everything. But like the thing is they've got, I don't know, probably 8 or 10 different ones. There's one that was a pick from 21090, which is an SS code, which stands for Sweet Spot. I think I got that one right. You can correct me.
It's Sweet Shop.
Shout out Dave.
Sweet Shop. Okay, yeah. Shout out to Dave. That's part of the 21090 group. So when you're buying these picks, I think the only thing I'll tell you is like make sure, and I'll go big screen for a minute just to show you guys. Go and look, and if you look at the new bottles, you'll see right in there, guys. You'll be able to see the very last digits is actually the code on the bottle. So I think that's pretty darn cool.
And Sweet Cindy has a good point.
Oh, it does stands for Sweet Cindy.
I'm getting overtaken by Pursuit bottles. Can you see this?
Good. Buy more.
Plenty more to come.
So the two. Okay, so
God,
so
this
you,
is
you guys are talking. You're still talking in a code over here, just so you guys know. I'm, even though I'm a P Club member, like I still am not to the level of you are with the stave stuff. But like, I've got this killer pick from Mash and Journey, and it says 8CE B01V18.
Sagimaro.
That's why I love it. That's why
that's
I love
exactly why I love it. Yeah.
So
I don't know about this code. CHB, is that a code? I haven't seen that.
CHB, I have my notes. Sorry. It is a charred barrel char 3 American oak staves.
There you go. There you go.
I've actually never seen one of those in person. So
no, I haven't either.
We had some of the double oaked Sagimaro pick this past on Friday that they were selling. We sold out of it. In fact, Andy, who's one of the Houston basement dwellers, he picked up the last bottle when he came in. It's really good.
So let us know in the chat, guys. What pursuit are you sipping on tonight? If you're having a double oak, let us know what code. What's your favorite code? And if you don't know the code, throw it in the chat and we'll try. So this is the code when it says 4CF. Now, this is where I get kind of mixed up. The single barrel codes, the newer ones, they all have, not newer, but like the last few years. But then some of them that are distillery release, they end in like that 4C, like they end in different. Pat, I'm talking over my head. You need to talk about that.
So I think when you see 4CF, that has more to do with like the date code. So the stave finish is always at the end. It's the dash CB dash TB dash VMOT, dash Rhone. That's the stave finishing. Kenny, who was on here, and which, by the way, again, thanks for the surprise, guys. It's nice to have the boss show up.
Yeah, you're welcome.
But a lot of that,
no warning.
It's a little. Kenny's a tech guy. It's a little overcomplicated, but it has to do with like barrel dates and dump dates. I don't know if I can really explain it all that great, but like 4CF, I think the 4
Matt,
is
Matt, who is also a pursuit investor, said it's April 25. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how that works. Yeah, I've been drinking. I can't do the ABCs on my fingers or anything like that right now.
But would you agree with this? Like, would you agree with this general statement, guys? Like, I'll ask all you guys this: that you were talking, like when you were telling people you start them with the rye.
Yeah.
Would you say that like after that, the next place would be to go to be a good double oak bourbon pick? Like if you're taking somebody through the journey, is that where you would take them?
Yeah. I mean, if you enjoy either of the foundation products, the triple mash bourbon and triple mash rye, the most easiest thing to find is either the twice toasted, which I don't know how wide that distribution is, but the double oak is much more out there now. Not just store picks. You can find the batch product too. And that will have a 3-letter code on it. Like this one right here. This was actually the one that I grabbed when I did the,
hold on. Yeah, I got you.
When I did the whole shebang, they had these. This says 6CE. So these, it's obviously there's not much left. The batch products are amazing too. So yes, if you start with either the bourbon or rye and you like it, and if you find a double oak, I mean, they don't sit on shelves very often either.
Do you know how some double oaks can come across as over oaked and they can be kind of tannic?
Yeah.
I don't get that on the pursuits. Specifically, I don't get that on the CB or the TB.
Yeah.
Right?
I've never had it.
Ryan knows what he's doing, man. This is another one of those pursuit being whiskey nerds. Ryan knows what he's doing. He
really does.
That's the master blender. For those who don't know, Ryan Cecil's the other part. Kenny Coleman, who was on earlier. Ryan is the master blender. He's the brains behind how it tastes at the end. And I mean, I've never had a bad pursuit. That's why I'm a big fan of it.
Yeah. You know, on the nose on this CB finish, I get like a nice sweet vanilla, but also there's a slight like caramel nut thing. And then one of the things that I get on the CB and I get on all the other double oak CBs, because I'm a Knob Creek fan, I get that hazelnut nuttiness. Like it's a richness in there. It's super rich. It's like, it's just, and it's like a sweet caramel payday thing that I get similar notes on a lot when I get Knob Creek. Do you guys get that on this, that y'all are drinking is that what?
That bottle I've always kind of described as something that's like a Snickers in a glass because of the caramel.
That's a great way to describe it.
I always call it caramel in a glass or a Snickers in a glass. It's so good.
This Specs pick is great. Like it's great. Like I think it's every bit as good as any pick that I've been a part of. Like it's good.
Well, wait. Let's just talk about this, the elephant in the room hack.
Yeah.
Your pick, the LZ pick.
Mm-hmm.
You remember how much you were flaunting that?
How much I what?
You were flaunting it. You were like,
flaunting
that pick. But you were kind of not. And then I was like, I'll tell the story.
Okay.
Can I tell the story?
Yeah, tell the story.
So this Liquor Zone pick, Hack was like, you gotta try this. And then I was like, okay. And then finally I tried it. And then I think actually maybe it was like, was it Tyler? I think too, who was like, this is one of the best. He was like, this is one of the best.
I love that ball. Yeah, he loves it.
And which I was like, okay, I respect Tyler. Not that I don't respect you, Hack.
You listen to him, but not listen to me. You know why? Do you know why you don't listen to me? Because I'm only your colleague.
No. Oh, here we go. No, it was a slip.
Have you ever had a friend call you a colleague, guys? Has that ever happened to y'all? No, never happened to y'all. Huh?
No,
okay. Go ahead.
We'll talk about this later. I love you, Hack. But then
let's start the drama, guys.
But then I tried this thing, and man, you're not lying. Like this pick is incredible. It's this guy right here. And it is that like butterscotch praline, just like, yeah, I'm loving it. So anyway, I love it. Hack, you were not wrong. You were right. It is a great pick. And it's Pursuit, the Double Oak Bourbon. They're killing it.
And every time I go do a tasting at that store, people ask for it. It doesn't. It's no longer. It's not there.
All right. Don't give him a bigger head than he
has. I want to tell one story about like a newbie. So there was a guy that came to my house. It was a friend of my wife's that they work with, and they had never tried some kind of different bourbons, and so they came over. And they were so excited. They wanted to try like Elmer T. Lee. They wanted to try like a Weller 12. They wanted to try Blanton's Gold. That, like, you know, when you're new into whiskey, those things are like, you know. So I took them through a flight of all of that. And then at the end of that flight, it was like 4, and I was teaching them how to nose, and I was like doing a whiskey class. And then so at the end of it, I told the guys, I was like, all right, I want to give you something that I know you've never had before and whatever. And so I gave them that pick. And they went to Liquor Zone and bought like 3 of them each because they were like, it's like Snickers in a glass. And they were like, it's so great. So what's funny is like, you're taking guys that are kind of newbies and thinking that like Elmer T. Lee is the best thing we're going to have. And then you give them this afterward and they go, holy shit. Like, and so I think that's one of the cool things about the whiskey journey stuff is like, after you kind of, and we did the whole Buffalo Trace thing last week. And I talked a little bit about how like Buffalo Trace, like it gets more clicks and views than anything. But like, truthfully, after you've done that for a while, you're looking for something more special. Yeah. And I think Pursuit with their double oak single barrels do some crazy special stuff, man.
So to the ambassadors here, I do want to actually revisit that question of like what's on the shelf. And I think Candace was even asking this too, like, she doesn't have any in Alabama. But can we just talk a little bit about availability? And then also I guess the P Club, it has to be shipped there. But like, I actually, when I was in Nashville over a holiday, went into Total Wine, and they had, I think I sent that picture to you guys, where it was like they didn't have, oh actually no, they had the barrel proof triple mash rye. Is more of this product coming out on the shelves now, or like what's availability like? Do you know, like statewide at a high level you can talk about, or no? Is that difficult? Sorry, I know it's hard. That's a tough question.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough question. I don't really have a great answer.
All right.
I mean, I've seen like at the spec shop they had a pick, and then occasionally you'll see, like, I see a lot more of the older style bottles.
Yeah.
At specs, because they're trying to get rid of that inventory, and then occasionally certain spec stores will get the newer bottles. But I've been doing a lot of smaller stores that have been getting it, ordering it, and reordering it, and getting now the triple mash rye, barrel proof, and bourbon.
Yeah. What are you getting in Texas?
Yeah, what's interesting is I haven't seen any of the 88 proof.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Oh, really?
I don't know if it's hit Texas yet. And I know there was some distributor stuff in Texas that kind of, well, so going back to the whole bottle change thing, because obviously the new bottle is beautiful. I think they did an amazing job.
Beautiful.
JD, that's so good. It's nutty for quilts.
When they did the bottle change, that kind of threw a wrench in some of the distributor stuff, because it's new SKUs, it's new bottles, it's all that sort of stuff, and it was hard to find the old bottles on the shelf, even when we were going to do tastings to try and find them and grab them to bring them over to your table. The new bottles stand out great. I know like we can speak to Texas to some degree. The stores that I'm going in can get the barrel proof stuff. I'm sure we'll see the 88 proof stuff, especially around specs. I think that should be happening soon. But the big thing is all those 108 proof stuff that again is going to be Kentucky only and P Club. I think someone might have asked why. I think what they said on the podcast was, for the most part, it's trying to hit the 88 proof for the not necessarily the nerdy whiskey guys. So wider audience, trying to get people into the brand that may not be your people who are watching Hack and Mac or Bourbon Pursuit. And then, the barrel proof is there for us whiskey nerds that like that high proof stuff. So those 108 proof are definitely, especially the old bottles. The joke, I think the joke we were saying is they're future Dusties, because they're going to be those ones that like.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a couple bunkered. If you ever see one of the triple mash ryes that is batch code 7cc, I don't know if that'll show up, but 7cc was one of the triple mash rye batches that a lot of people think is one of the better batches of the triple mash rye.
So that's a good segue, Pat, because I want to do my next fresh crack, and I promised someone that I would do it. But first, Anthony is asking it. So Anthony, we're going to finish off the double oak discussion, and then we're going to go to special releases next. So it's coming. That's what we're going to get there. But this is my friend Tim, a friend of our channel, been on the channel, grand ambassador for all things good times. He had some extra bottles and made this bottle available to me for MSRP. And this is an 8CE Pursuit Double Oak Rye Batch 1.
I think that's Batch 1, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to crack this bad boy live on stream. And I'd like, you guys, Pursuit guys, tell me why this is special.
Very nice of him to do that for you.
I've never seen that bottle before. So.
Yeah.
Well, he is my friend. He's not a colleague.
I was just going to add something to what Patrick said a while ago with the 88s that we haven't seen yet. Is that one of the things they talked about is the price point and being able to have like a bottle on the shelf that's more marketable to your average daily drinker. Like, instead of going and grabbing another product that they drink all the time, I throw them at a bottle that's in that $70, $80 range, like the triple mash barrel proof, that it's nice for them to have another option that's lower proof and it's similar price point to something they already drink, and they kind of expect those bottles to fly off the shelves when they arrive.
That's awesome. So wait, what's Hack drinking here? It's like the first batch of something.
Yeah, Pat, that's going to tell you why it's so special and why you don't have it.
Man, daggers are coming out. I can feel it.
This is what happens.
It's tense on here, guys.
All right, sorry. It's okay. He thinks of me more than just a colleague. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
I love you.
I think everybody who watches knows how much you two love each other.
Hopefully so. All right, but no, seriously. Okay. Tim and I think Tim and I, we've visited a lot more distilleries together than you and Tim.
Well, do you want to fight over Tim real quick? We can. I got Tim.
No, we can do that. We're not going to do this.
Did you get a beacon? Okay, all right. Do you want to bring this up now?
All right. Ambassadors, please continue.
Hey, guys, whiskey should be fun. Let's remember that.
Do you ever know when the kids are there and the parents are fighting and it's awkward and they're just sitting there?
Hey, we're nothing compared to Todd and Andy.
No, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not.
290. Shout out. We love 290, but no.
Yeah. So this batch 1 Pursuit Double Oak Rye was one of the very first ever releases that they had. And I guess there's something special about the way that it was created that they can't recreate. Am I wrong on that?
I honestly don't know the story of the Double Oak Rye.
Okay.
I know that they have a podcast they did specifically on it. I think it was on so they have Bourbon Pursuit, but they also have Behind the Pursuit, which is their behind the scenes where they're more talking specifically about the pursuit. I think we just had a hackgasm on screen.
Jesus Christ. Just happened? What just happened?
It took so much willpower for me not to open this during our Rye show because I knew we were going to do the Pursuit show down the road. And Tim kept typing in the chat, "Open the Pursuit Double Oak Rye 1. Open it. I'm like, my God, it is oh my God.
I'm telling you, man, I love the bourbon. The bourbon's great. I think every Rye product that they've put out knocks it out of the park. They just really do.
My God. You know, how we were talking about this. We were hanging out before the stream. We're talking about how the nose of a whiskey sets you up. This does not have a great nose. But so normally I would tell you I'm probably not gonna like it as much. This just proves that Mac is right and I fucking hate it.
I just don't know.
Which is the whiskey itself is so good. It's so balanced. It's so connected. It's got the sweet candiness. It's got the sweet candiness caramel thing that the bourbon has, but the rye is just a little bit of higher spice, just kind of makes it a more intense pour and a more rich pour. I can't even note this right now. It's so fucking good. It's incredible. Thank you, Tim.
Looking forward to getting a sample of that, by the way.
You got it.
Me too.
Yeah. Next bottle share, boys. Next bottle share.
The only double oak rye I have is the pick that they did up from the Cypress store near Patrick. And I've had that one.
Yeah, so double oak rye, batch one, incredible. Just to finish off this discussion on double oaks and the ryes and all that, do you guys what's your favorite double? Like I said, mine CB and TB. What's y'all's favorite double oak stave profile? Robert, what do you like the most?
The two T. I mean, I've had the TB from the Liquor Zone, and then there was another one from the local store that I really enjoyed. So, I mean, I don't hate the original Liquor Zone one that we had, the CB.
The CB.
That was my first one that I ever got. It was a great bottle that I may have purchased more than one. But the TB stave is probably my favorite.
Yeah.
It's like drinking in a glass.
So can we talk about that for a minute? Have a second. Do you guys have any clue? If you don't, we'll just move on. But how do they make the TB stave? What's the process? Do we know?
So all of the staves. So when they say TB and it says tobacco, that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to taste tobacco. But every code is a specific char, toast, and cooperage. I think those are basically the three variables. Again, I'm an ambassador, not an insider. So if anything I say is wrong, don't hold it against me. But let me see if I have notes on what TB is. But
because it's, like, so it's tobacco stave, which puts in your head this idea of a cigar blend.
Yeah.
And so it does kind of have that vibe, but it's a sweeter cigar blend to me on a lot of the TBs. I don't know.
But for me, almost all the Pursuit stuff tends towards and I'm a fat kid, so the fat kid whiskey thing. Pursuit for me tends to be bourbon and rye on the sweeter side of things. Maybe that's why I love it so much. But so tobacco stave, I get, I don't know. Brown sugar is one that I get in a lot of the tobacco staves, and it's a really deep flavor. And I think that what they do with the TB stave and CB, those are my two favorites, which is what you asked earlier. They could stand up to a cigar. They don't do the crazy finishing a whole lot.
Yeah, there's no finish. That's the other thing. There's no finishes, which double oaks are not finishes, Mac.
Whoa. Right. I was about to say a secondary oak is a finish, but
that's
a whole other.
We'll get in the same fight we were in last night.
But no, that's a good point, Pat. I do want to highlight something here that we have one of the biggest super chats we've ever had that Hack casually clicked and then clicked it away.
Yeah, I didn't even talk about it, but let's highlight it for a minute, Jake. Look, Jake, if you want to spend $50 every time this is right, look, that's a very good budget. You're not going to need a lot of money.
Ed is so kind of you, Jake, and you should not, that's crazy. We don't deserve that. But then I didn't even see what it said. What did it say? Okay. We all.
Oh, you didn't see what it said? Like,
no,
really?
I didn't
really?
We all saw it here first. Oh, Mac is right. Crying, he's so right.
Is that the first time that's happened on channel?
You know what they say about a clock? A broken clock is right once a day.
Jake, I love you. You're the best. Whenever Hack's out, you should join as a co-host. We love you. All right. Yeah. Thank you.
I'm gonna get some Mac Pursuit samples for that super chat.
JG says Mac's gonna make you a quilt now.
And a shirt.
We got a shout out though. We do need to shout out the whiskey kids. We love the whiskey kids, right?
Yeah, check them out, y'all. Whiskey kids, check those guys out. Jake and Candace, they had a hangout last night. It was super fun. You can get their link in our channel. Everybody's corrected me twice a day, Hack. I'm so sorry. You're right.
Wait, what's happening? What are you saying?
Oh, so the saying actually is a broken clock is actually right twice a day.
Yeah. What did you say?
Once a day.
Oh, okay.
Which I'm wrong again. I'm wrong again. Look. Promptly admitting when you're wrong. Part of my journey. It's a part of my experience. Part of my.
You're rarely good wrong, my friend. You're rarely
wrong. I'm wrong all the time. So
I wish I knew. I'm going to learn how to make.
Does Jake have a beard? He can't be on the live without a beard.
I don't think Jake is rocking the beard right now.
I don't think Jake has a beard, but
no,
I'll send
Jake
the invite right now.
Guys, this is standard kit for the middle-aged, possibly overweight white guy.
I was about to say for those who are like, yeah, they look like brothers. Well, have you seen Whiskey Tube? We all look like brothers.
Yeah. There's a template.
I can't shave off my beard. My kids will start crying now when they see me because they don't know who I am.
See the beard too much, yeah.
Oh man. So
if it's a 24-hour clock, I'm right. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Jay. Jay coming to my defense. We just don't have a lot of those, but yeah, whatever.
So Heck, I did want to just shout out this. So I did just highlight this, but I want to highlight 2 barrel picks, and I would like to just talk a little bit about the picks here. What this Mash and Journey, if you could just see the color, look at this. How insane.
I have that one over here.
You have the Mash and Journey pick?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a sample.
It is insane. I love this. And then also we got to shout out our guy, our main guy.
21090.
Dave.
Dave
Vogelsang.
Diamond Dave. What a great pick. And they're also very well, it's double oak bourbon, but then this is a double oak rye.
So different. It is so different.
Yeah. And it is really cool that you get this range of options. Can you maybe ambassadors talk a little about like it, it's not one thing over there. You get a range of options and like palette profiles and everything, right?
It's Dave Vogelsang's crotch. So good, Jay.
No, sorry, I'll give me a question here, which is like, how many like single barrel picks do you have, or like is that not a thing? Like,
yeah.
I guess,
wait. How many different barrel codes do they have, Pat, on all the different double oaks? How many different codes are there? Is it like 12?
I'm counting.
We got Candace ready to beard up. Candace has said she's going to show up with a fake beard on her next thing.
It's somewhere between 10 and 20.
10 and 20. Holy shit.
There's a couple on my insider list that I haven't seen, so I can't say anything about them.
Yeah, keep those secret. Yeah.
But there's a good list. There's a good list.
Can I just show you the difference? This is Buffalo Trace on the left. This is the Pursuit Rye. Look at the color.
I'm so glad you just did that, because now I can make a short out of Buffalo Trace and we'll get 3,000 views.
Hey, you know what, Hack? We're gonna put Buffalo Trace in every one of our weekly streams, so we can get a short out of it.
We'll find a way to weave it in.
Yeah.
Oh shit! All right, so let's talk about the special stuff.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the special stuff. There's a new bottle that just came out, which I think might be one of my favorite ryes of last year, and it just is fantastic, which is the Pursuit Barrel Proof Rye. Let's talk about this one, guys. How would you describe this one, Robert, to like somebody that's new to the Pursuit game?
For the triple mash rye, that's the first one I pour for everybody when we're doing the bourbon and the rye. And just people will usually say, I don't like rye. Like I think Patrick said at the very beginning, it's a bourbon drinkers friendly rye, and don't let the proof intimidate you, because it does come in at like 121.8. It drinks way under the proof. It's got some great sweet qualities and lots of caramel and butterscotch vibes, and the rye spice is very low. I mean, you're drinking it, you don't even think you're drinking a rye. I mean, I just think it's an absolutely fantastic bottle.
I
Pat,
think it actually
and you're doing your tastings. What are people saying about this bottle?
So I haven't had a chance. I actually haven't found that near me.
Oh, really?
Right.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I got to try it when I was in Kentucky. I did the Kentucky Bourbon Festival and got to try it. That's the only time I've had the barrel proof version. Of course, being a whiskey nerd, I'm all over all of the TikTok and Instagram and all the influencers and everything. And I know a lot of people had it pretty high up on their, Rye of the Year list.
Yeah.
And from what I remember having it only one time, I mean, I love the 108 proof. I think the 108 proof is like an exceptional bottle. It does well if you want to make a cocktail out of it. If you want to do, just drink it neat. The barrel proof version is that kicked up to 11.
Sweet. It's a candy. It's just candy.
Yeah.
It's just candy is what it is.
So, and to nerd out a little bit for those that want to hear like the details. So like Robert said, like it's two different states. It's Kentucky and Maryland. Two of those mash bills are 95.5 rye. Now again, contract distilled, not source. So the Bardstown one is a 95.5 rye. One of the Baltimore, Maryland, Sagamore is a 95.5 rye. But the other one that they lean on pretty heavily, which is why it's very bourbon friendly, is a high corn rye mash bill from Sagamore.
Yes.
To give you it's 52% rye, 43% corn, and 5% barley. So it's It's pretty close to one of those, like our favorite thing to say, it's our barely legal rye. It's pretty close to that. Yep. And they lean, what's that?
So, I was just going to say, be careful when you just casually throw that out to other people in the whiskey universe, because some people don't know what that means and they look at you weirdly. Anyway, okay, keep going.
Awkwardness is fun, man. If you're not making people look at you like with a weird face,
I was like, oh, it's a barely legal rye, and they're like, what? Anyway, okay.
You gotta know who you're talking to. That's always
exactly.
One thing too that I think is at least interesting, because I honestly, like, as long as I've liked Pursuit and everything, tonight when you were hammering down like on this thought that like contract distilled, not sourced, like that's an important thing, because I think you look at those mash bills and you think about where they come from and who they're attached to, but just because they're attached to that distillery doesn't mean they have that distillery's flavor profile, because when you contract distill, you're actually assigning how you want them to do everything. And there's different things about how you can do the mash, and we can get super nerdy and stuff, but man, I think one of the cool things is that they chose a different route than other NDPs, is that they said, we want to own the process of, like the contract distill. And that's an important distinction that I didn't pick up on until you really hammered that down tonight, Pat. Like, that's really important.
And then they take those 3 mash bills and blend them the way they do. And that's the magic, I think, that's happening in the background, because they just do an amazing job of putting every single bottle that they put out is fantastic and consistent.
Joe says a Pursuit could make an HEB butter tortillas bourbon, I'd sign up for the peak. That's so good. Dude, I would too. Like HEB butter tortillas. I know, Mac, you don't know nothing about that because that ain't your.
No clue that
but man,
I honestly, buttery is one of those things that you can use as kind of a descriptor for bourbon sometimes.
Yeah.
And I think their batch product bourbon has a buttery note to it. And I think that's one of the things that Ryan was actually looking for when he went to go recreate it. There's, and I can't remember exactly where he told the story. If I can find it, I'll send it so we can get it out there. But Ryan, who does all of this side of it, was looking for like that buttery Chardonnay thing that you get, where it's kind of a mouthfeel and flavor of buttery. And he went to, I forget exactly the cooperage, but that's what he was looking for. It's like, how do they get that buttery note in Chardonnay? And that's one of the things they used to create the original double oak bourbon.
Yeah.
So your HEB butter tortilla, like buy the double oak bourbon batch product, you might find that note in it.
Yeah. This is a miss by tonight, Mac, is this Meat Church partnership.
Yeah,
Fuck, I should have asked about this. Like, this is like, I have a high amount of respect for the Meat Church dude. Like he's built an amazing brand all the way from Traeger up through, all his recipes. And now he's partnered with Sazerac. And then that's something interesting though. Like, I wonder how that partnership with Sazerac changes now that Meat Church is like, I guess, a partner of Pursuit. Like, is that something like, is that a topic we could touch on, or should we leave that one alone?
Well, that's my hometown.
Yeah.
I grew up in Waxahachie, south of Dallas. So definitely a huge fan of Meat Church.
Yeah, that's a great YouTube, man, what they do.
I mean,
it's amazing.
Yeah, they announced it. They were talking about it on the podcast. And like Tim just said, they've been an investor long before it was recently announced. But it sounds like they're at least like talking about it, ramping it up, I think. And also, like, Hack, your background, you have a strong barbecue, but your wife, you have a lot of barbecue background there, which is awesome. And I like Meat Church. I know I think people know Meat Church, like even outside of area, which is really awesome.
They were talking on a podcast that I listened to about the connection between barbecue and bourbon, and how there's a lot of similarities, and all of us bearded dudes, we like barbecue and bourbon.
Yeah, we do.
Anyway, all right, guys, let's talk about the special stuff and then we'll wind it down, right? So let's get into the special stuff, which this is where I hand it over to Mac. So
do you guys have the Mizunara?
No.
Oh God. All right.
Anybody in the chat? Does anybody in the chat have Mizunara?
Here goes the clip. He's gonna
that is one that I got to try at KBF. Before it was actually bottled and ready for distribution, which is one of those cool things that I got to do when I was there. And like I've had other Mizunaras, and like the amount of vanilla that came through in theirs versus any of the other Mizunara I've tried, like it was vanilla bean ice cream is what it made me think of, and just all around. And the other thing is like before they did the triple mash bourbon and rye barrel proofs, was one of it's the only, I don't think I'm wrong on this. Someone will correct me. I think it's the only barrel proof of their special releases for P Club or Kentucky that they've done. And I think the proof drink's great. Again, only got to try it one time, but they, again, knocked it out of the park with it.
Mac, I'm going to play completely dumbass, and this is not an act, as you know. I do not know what Mizunara is.
It is a oak tree, Japanese oak, so it has become a popular thing this past year. There, a large distillery had a Mizunara. There's been a few Mizunaras out there.
There's a couple.
Yeah. And
when you were over in Japan, Mac, was there a lot of Mizunara?
Yes.
I'm a serious question. I wasn't going to.
It's a great story. It's a great question, and it's one that I drunkenly asked a couple Japanese bartenders.
Yeah, I bet you did. That's awesome.
I remember this. I have to say, like, staying in Tokyo, and that's where I stayed for like a week, and everyone was just so like nice and kind and hospitable of my dumbass, Western American. I knew a couple words, in Japanese that I, used, but I loved a couple of the Japanese whiskeys that were less peaty, right, and that were more fruity. And they had one that was finished in Mizunara, and I remember there was this one bartender, and it was like a 7-seater bar I was at. And I'm in Shinjuku in Tokyo, which is known for a lot of these small bars where you go and there's like 6 seats, 8 seats, and they specialize in one thing. And I went to a couple different whiskey bars, and I was trying to communicate, hey, Mizunara is popular in United States and in bourbon. And they would just nod. And then I would say, no, is like Mizunara, and they were like, yes, we know Mizunara because that's their oak trees, right? But I was like, no, like America is using. And anyway, it was so I think I spent 20 minutes one night using my Google Translate trying to talk about Bardstown's Mizunara, talk about the Pursuit Mizunara, and then like I finally pointed at a Mizunara finish. Oh gosh, I'm forgetting it. I don't know. Maybe Pat, you know. Ichiro's malt Mizunara finish, and I said, this is popular in America. And it was a great thing, and they gave me a free pour of the Ichiro's malt Mizunara finish, and we had this like really cool Google Translate moment where I was talking about Mizunara. But yeah, it's a Japanese oak, which is super cool. And I think it has more of that it's a tight grain. So and Pat, you know this, but it's like
that was my next question. Is what are the flavor? What flavors get into the whiskey? Come on, tell us. Like what are the flavors that Mizunara imparts? Like I've seen so many comments in the chat that people are sipping on that tonight and they love it.
It has that I say this with like you've got 2 different kinds of vanilla in my head, which is like that like cheap, like sort of like sweet, cloyingly sweet vanilla. Mizunara, this and what they did at Pursuit is that like expensive vanilla bean. It's got that like dark creaminess where there's like a caramelness, like a creme brulee underneath that heavy cream, right? Like it's like a thick, creamy vanilla. It also has a bit of that praline nose. There's like a roasted nut quality to this.
Oh shit.
This is so good. Hack, you would love this, man.
You're talking about love language, bro.
You would love this. So.
We're back to being friends and not colleagues.
All right, good.
Oh, we got some great comments. Fun fact: Mizunara is actually the name of a Japanese quilt.
Good God.
Mac is secretly a Bourbon Power Ranger.
What's happening?
Fact check: Mizunara is a sumo wrestler. We have the best commenters on YouTube.
We have the best commenters.
We really like
Matthew. Matthew,
oh.
Can we let's kick Matthew out.
Oh, Matthew says he wants a side by side.
If only I had that bottle.
So Matthew is completely fucking with you, which I like a lot. All right, so other special bottles. So the Mizunara, the only two I have is the Cognac Cask, and then I also have.
Let's do it.
I have Ophelia. So which one y'all want to do?
I hope that was. Let's do Cognac Cask, which I asked Ryan. I had to ask Ryan about that. While he was here, but sorry, Pat, what were you showing there?
I have the Cognac Cask. This was one that I grabbed when I was in Kentucky last.
All right, let's do it. Cognac Cask Rye.
And I know someone was asking, like, what are your favorite Pursuit pours? And as much as I love all the double oak stuff, outside of that realm, because I think that's kind of on a level on its own, this is one of my favorite releases that they've done. This Cognac Cask is.
It's so good, man.
It's so good.
I love this. I've had the sample, and I remember the last time I had it, I really loved it.
Oh. So this is Bardstown and Sagamore, right?
Yep. Same 3 mash bills, same triple mash product, 2 95.5 ryes, 1 high corn rye, and then they.
Jesus, Jay. Oh.
After that, it's. I'll look at the actual notes. Between 4 to 12 weeks in XO Cognac Cask Staves.
That's awesome.
Say that last part one more time.
So they finish it with XO Cognac Cask Staves, and it says between 4 to 12 weeks.
Jesus.
Pretty wide range, but I think they say that because they'll probably do more. I mean, this was another P Club and Kentucky exclusive. So, God, and I know that.
Will this be available when we go to Kentucky in February? You think? Will they sell this at the distillery, Pat?
Oh, this is gone.
It's gone.
Now. Yeah, they sold the last couple cases at KBF.
God, I'm an idiot. I remember Tyler and a couple other people were like, "Hey, Mac, I've got one. Do you want one?" And I passed. I'm such an idiot.
Yeah, here's just the general rule. Hack is don't pass on Pursuit when someone offers it to you.
No, that was dumb on my part. So dumb.
Robert, have you had this one yet or no?
I'm pretty sure I had a sample at Patrick's house.
Yes.
Yeah,
it was really good.
What's
I don't have that one with me, so I poured a sample that Patrick gave me of the sherry rye.
Maybe Jake, we'll get to the Ophelia after this one. But let's dig into this one right now. Hack. Did you try? I assume you tried it.
Yeah, and it's amazing. Like it's amazing. Like I think that
whiskey regrets are a real thing.
Yeah, which is
one night we're gonna do this.
What is this?
Oh yeah.
One night we're gonna do cognac one night.
And then we're gonna do Armagnac one night. All right.
Yeah.
But let's stick to the Cognac Cask Rye.
You're right. I'll stick to this.
So there is so I see on the back of this bottle, everyone, there's the distilled in Kentucky and Maryland. The Bardstown's the 95.5, right? And then the Maryland also has 95.5, but you're saying there's also that like 52% rye, right? In this.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which I love 95.5, but there's a couple of these like the Sagamore. I think
It's a rye. It is a rye connoisseur cigar. It's a rye. Yes. Sorry. Keep going.
2-90's Evernorth pick of their cherry rye was that I think they had a full barrel of that Sagamore 52%. And I have killed that thing. Maybe went faster than most things, but I love that. And I feel like it's a really great way to balance this out.
Mm. Oh, it's a great way so that the Pursuit Rye, going back to all the way to the beginning of like the first, what would you try first? I think it's a great way to get people who are into whiskey and tentative about rye into rye, because it's got tons of the rye flavor, but it's still bourbon friendly. That's our sales pitch. Is like, it's a very bourbon friendly rye. And it's because of that high corn mash bill that they blend into it. So this is that same mash bill, but with the cognac stave finish.
I think someone asked if that's available in Texas, and make sure that this is not available, unfortunately.
No, it's all gone.
We're into the unrelatable part of our stream, y'all.
Yeah,
we're into some shit that nobody can find unless you're either a part of the P Club or you went to Kentucky, or So we're into
it's gone.
If they were available, people will be buying all of it.
I have a feeling they'll bring it back. Similar to that Sherry Reserve, I think, when they were old bottles and starting out and everything like that, and doing, the Oak Collection side of things, which Oak Collection isn't really a term they use anymore. That Sherry Reserve will probably come back. I think it would be great at barrel proof, but we'll see what Kenny and Ryan think. But the Cognac Rye was a big hit. And during KBF, they even brought cases to KBF because you could sell bottles at KBF. And they sold out of it. And that was the last of it.
I'm saving a tiny sip just so that because it's special. It's so special. It's got a smokiness quality to it. It's sweet, but still has a smokiness quality. It reminds me of I think this would go so good with barbecue. Maybe barbecue's on my mind now because we talked about it earlier, but it just, the spice, if you had something spicy and you balanced it with this, it'd be so good.
Well, tell everybody that I don't have the cognac with me, but I have the sherry, the bottle that Patrick's giving away tonight for everybody that hasn't had it. It's absolutely fantastic.
Hey, do you have that bottle handy, Patrick? Hold that up. I'm going to put you. This is the one we're giving away tonight, guys. I want Patrick to, since we're talking about special pours, I don't think you can get this one anymore either.
I may know of a Specs near South Houston that has several bottles of it.
There are definitely still some of these Sherry Reserve Rye out there in the wild. They have discontinued it for distribution. It was one of those, rye was hard to sell, to the general population, which is too bad because it's a fantastic bottle. I was drinking some earlier tonight. This is my bottle that I have. And I have one more in reserve for my own.
Oh, Matthew says he found one. He can get that bottle.
Matthew, yes.
Yeah.
There's a few of those bottles still available in Texas for
Matthew,
sure.
Yes.
Yeah. And they're still out there because, again, they sat on shelves. It didn't perform well, which is too bad because it's a great bottle.
Which, I think it's the rye thing, and we see it. You see that if you're in some whiskey groups, and you hear about the rye is not selling as well as the bourbons, and I think we just did a rye show, where last year was the year of the rye, and we're going to talk about finishes. Ryes do finishes better than anything else.
100% agree. 100% agree, Matt. You're so right.
Under Ryan and Kenny's eye, that's just, they're killing it. Hack. So okay, let's see here. So this is a great point. Is there a what's available at Pursuit Today page? So it sounded like Kenny said at the bar they've got everything, but I don't want to is it everything?
So at the bar,
okay.
So Trial and Error is the downstairs bar. Again, amazing cocktails, amazing bartenders. The atmosphere is unbeatable. they have a huge library that basically has every. I mean, so the first store pick that I ever sold for a single barrel from Cypress Wine and Liquor is there. They have a bottle there. Now, I think they only have probably one bottle, and once it's gone, it's gone. But there is a huge library there. And I think you can actually go on their trial and error website and you can see everything that they have. As far as what's available at Pursuit today, like I know there's a Buffalo Trace one that tells you what's in the gift shop there.
Oh yeah.
There's no one there that's doing that, and I don't know it would be worth it because there's not a lot of those LEs that are out there. I did see recently one of the ambassadors was there, and I think he grabbed a Mizunara. So there may be something like that there. But they usually have some good stuff there outside of just their core offerings. But the bar downstairs, you can at least get a pour of some of the great stuff that, you may not be able to buy a bottle, but at least you'll get to try it.
That's awesome.
All right. So we're going to wind it down. We're getting close, guys. We're getting close. I promise. So the last special one that I have, but there may be other special ones that you have, Mac, that you want to get to. So do you have any special ones that you really want to talk about that like are super, like you've loved?
I already talked about the Mizunara. I talked about the Cognac Cask Rye. I talked about the Mash and Journey Double Oaked, and we talked about the Diamond Dave. But yeah, I mean they're all incredible. And then also with Kenny, we got to talk about the Derby Town and a little bit about the Old Anvil, which is great. So no, I think we're good.
Hey, real quick, Mac, let's do something real fast, just because I think here I'm gonna. First of all, Marty, thank you for the super chat. Like next week, guys, we're gonna be on with our guy Marty. Who, if you haven't been on a live stream with us with Marty, it's a fucking blast. It's fun. We're gonna have fun. Marty sent us a blind. So next Sunday night, Marty, our friend with Whiskey Nose, will be on. Incredible palate. He's going to kill us on a blind because he's amazing at it.
Oh yeah, the dude kills.
But he did back-to-back super chats, and he's thinking Nightbot. Like he loves Nightbot. So shout out to Nightbot. Thank you, Nightbot.
I mean, Nightbot is more useful than me, Hack. You know that.
Well, eventually it's going to replace you.
Exactly.
All right. So listen, I want you to take us through the old labels real quick. Like I know, like just real quick, just a real quick showing.
This is the old labels. I just poured. Shout out Dave Vogelsang. I'm doing poured the Diamond Dave pick. Shout out 21090. I've got the Glen here. We love 210. And yeah, I mean these are the old labels here. And the one thing we did not talk about, but maybe real quick, Robert and Pat, this collection, the twice toasted. But yeah, I mean, I think it's so cool to me to see how cool is it to have whiskey nerds start a podcast, the OG podcast, build that up, start their own brand, be transparent about where they contract distill, where they source, have real talent in that, release that, have a club, open up a Whiskey Row bar. It is like the dream of every whiskey nerd, and so like we got to support these guys, and I think we all are. But yeah, how cool is that?
Buy more Pursuit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Diamond Dave, you killed it. Oh, this is so good, and it's so different. Hack, this one. And then actually, Robert, you've got that Melwood Ball and Bond, which I don't have here. But
Mac, I'm missing something real quick because you were talk about like you said that's a triple. What did you say that is?
I don't know if I said triple. What do you mean?
No, maybe you didn't. It's a double toasted. Is that what you said?
Twice toasted.
Twice toasted. I'm sorry. Thank you.
That was
Pat. So what is that actually like just quick?
I was talking about. Oh yeah. So actually, we should just. So Pat, can you just
here? I'm gonna throw you up real quick.
That's the bourbon, right?
Yeah, so it's the triple mash bourbon. They call it the twice toasted. They did carry this one. This was the oak collection that was like the Share Reserve Rye. This one they carried over, so they do have this one in the new bottle. What they do is they take the triple mash bourbon and they split it. I don't know the portion. It's not 50-50, but whatever it is. And part of it they put with finishing toasted American oak.
Oh, and French
and
oak.
The other side, whatever's left of the proportion, they do with toasted French oak. And then they blend those back together. So that's the twice toasted part. There's toasted oak, toasted American oak, and toasted French oak.
So good.
Toasted French oak.
Yeah. I need that in my life. I need that in my life.
Okay, we can probably
the last special pour. I know we're 2 hours in. Do you have another special pour, Mac?
No.
I know it's 2 hours.
One more. I have one more that we have to do.
What is it?
It's Ophelia.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Okay.
We have to do this. And I need to shout out Matt, who is also a Pursuit ambassador in Atlanta. He's a friend. He's also in the Chattahoochee Whiskey Club. Shout out to my boys out in Georgia. Love you guys. Love my Chattahoochee fellas.
We love Chattahoochee.
Also, and so Matt sent me. Oh, LQ. Shout out to LQ. We're representing everybody. But I have to do Ophelia tonight. But while we were streaming tonight, I got a special, like Taylor Swift couldn't be here, which I think that is what Ophelia was named after. But, it's a beard night. So.
Oh, God.
What the hell? We didn't cover this before.
I appreciate that AI actually put like the arm hair on there too.
That's rough.
I was expecting to see Todd here.
Yeah. So look, this is Ophelia, guys. Like, let's get into Ophelia and let's talk about.
I am not getting into Ophelia.
Me neither.
No.
Okay. I'm married. Sorry.
108 proof.
Sweet Cindy says that is Todd. Todd says, "What did I just click into?" What you clicked into is we're about to do Ophelia. Which
Todd's here? Oh yes. I'm so glad.
There's a new profile picture for you, Mac.
I love it.
I don't know. Do you think that's so Taylor Swift mixed with Mac? Like that's like if Mac and Taylor Swift had a baby, maybe.
That's
no.
Bad. We can't do that.
No,
we can't do that to Taylor. No, we'll probably. You know what? You're right. The Swifties are going to be on this.
But okay, so actually, here's the thing for Pat and for Robert, where it's like, the podcast. There's a whole background, and Ophelia is a story. What's the story? I do not. I kind of know it, but it's a nod to T Swift.
Okay. Here's what. Not being a huge Taylor Swift fan. Although if it comes on the radio, I will sing it full blast because I just can't help myself. So Kenny at the beginning of every episode will do something, and he basically does it for the entire year. So this year, if you're listening, he's doing like the etymology of different sayings. Like the most recent one was, where does the term whole 9 yards come from? Last year was the year of Taylor Swift. They have daughters, so it makes sense. I won't twist his arm.
Did you say Taylor Swift?
But good Lord, that is get that off of there. Basically, the start of every Bourbon Pursuit podcast started with some sort of Taylor Swift reference or lyric or something along those lines. So if you go back and listen to any of the podcasts in 2024 and you're a Taylor Swift fan, which obviously we all are, you'll get references that he starts the podcast with.
So it's for the OGs. So we are
but the blend itself, the Ophelia blend itself.
The specs here are 108 proof, and then we got Kentucky, Maryland.
Yeah, so it's the same triple mash rye. It's a 4-barrel blend that they did for the P Club.
I got out my fancy Glen for this one too, Matt.
Oh, look at you. Look at you.
I mean, look, when you got Fancy Glen and Taylor Swift, like that's
we don't need that picture anymore.
It's been a special night. Like this has been a special night, and this is how we end it. Like a salute to Ophelia.
We got it. We got to.
We go straight from having one of the most influential bourbon people in the world to this. This is what we do.
Pat's got the fanciest Glen.
So I don't have a blend of Ophelia, but I have the KBF 2025 double oak rye. So I'll pour that.
Well, that's
with you guys.
pretty fancy too. Oh man,
Matt with the win. Blend of the finishes. It's the French oak. It's the what is it? Rhone. I forgot. That's help me out, Pat.
Rhone is it's a French oak Rhone stave. I don't know what Rhone means specifically, but it's a specific French oak stave.
And then the sweet spot, and then the Sigyn Moreau.
Yes.
Yeah. Shout out to Dave. I just gotta say that.
Wow. I like this Ophelia. I do.
It's great. I love that they chose 108 proof.
Everything originally was at 108 proof because that's where everything just kind of shined at. It hit all the right marks for it.
No, he says, I love when I rejoined Mac and T Swift's child is the first thing on screen.
I don't know what that
I mean, look,
stop
Mac,
putting it up there.
Mac, look, I think you would make an excellent T Swifter.
I don't even know who T Swift is. Yeah.
No, you do. Don't be too cool for school. You know.
Why is Naomi what is she rejoining?
Yeah. She's like, my God, these guys are still on.
It's amazing. There's a woman here.
JG says if that blend pass. No. The blend tastes much better than the picture.
Yeah, so what I was talking about with 210 is that, Andy always has these like, I mean, I'm sorry, Todd, but like, man, the Alanis Morissette one, that one haunts my dreams.
Yes, it does.
You guys, yeah. So those who know, everyone in here knows 210, but
AI is ruining everything.
All right, so real talk about Ophelia. Right. It's got a dark. No, it's darker than the other pursuits I've had tonight.
It really is. It's got that rice spice to it, and it digs into that, but it's got a sweetness at the end that reminds me almost of that cognac darkness, right? That dark brown sugar. But it is. It's a really good.
You said it perfectly, Mac. You know how like on some pours where they start sweet and then the spices at the end. This one's spice on the front and sweet on the end.
It rounds out.
Yeah. So interesting. I like it.
I love it. Well, man.
Jay wants. Okay, look. He's been texting me, emailing me.
No more AI pictures.
He wants the AI of you again, Mac, and you always have the right to say yes or no. So,
whatever JG wants, he gets.
Okay, this is how JG shows love. I just want everybody to know, like, this is 100% how JG shows love. I'm gonna save it real quick. This is latest. And what's funny is like, well, I'm gonna share the picture real quick, but. What I like about JG is that when he gets drunk, he gets sentimental.
He beats me up.
And he likes you a lot, Mac, like a lot. Like I know that like he likes to make AI pictures of you and stuff, but like this is what I think that he thinks you dress like. Like
oh no. What the fuck?
It's a full quilted onesie, bro. Wow. But he also kind of beats you up a little bit. Like you look a little,
You're lifting.
Mac, that's the best you've ever looked.
You're standing in the prone position.
Give me a couple years ago, I looked like that. Thank you, JG.
JG beeps you up. That's awesome. JG, that was very kind of you. Are you eating cheese, Mac?
That is my last cheese square. Yeah.
Nice. I'm not jealous at all. All right. So
right.
We've been live for 2 hours. We're going to round this out. We're going to close it down.
Round this out, man.
Yeah, I will start entering names, and the cool part is you got guests here to talk.
Can I talk to the guests and by guests I mean like my actual friends that I talk to a lot.
We're not colleagues. We're friends.
No colleagues.
Oh God, here we go.
Y'all did a live show. You put me in the middle. You did live show right here from this garage.
There we go. No, yeah. And like, so yeah, Robert, for those who didn't see, you got to go back and see our show from Robert's Garage. Awesome.
October.
Yeah, that was so great. Thanks, Robert, for hosting us. And
my wife calls that the frat party that we had at my house when she was on our cruise.
It's a
I don't remember the end of that one.
We know.
Yeah.
We know.
That was so cool. And it was so cool to come down to Houston. I can't wait to go back. And then, Pat, you guys have to see, there's a video of Hack and Mac, and Hack goes to Pat's collection, his weird whiskey collection. So I mean, also, Pat, you sent me some awesome samples that you quoted on the thing as weird whiskey, which I can't wait to get into. Tell me about weird whiskey, though. Why do you use that?
Yeah, I just, every time I got around people and we would talk about whiskey, I just at some point would say I like weird stuff. And that doesn't mean like it's bad or off profile or anything like that. It's just like I like finding that sort of like kind of adjacent, weird, interesting thing. I'm lucky enough, me and my wife travel a lot, so I have been able to find stuff, out in the wild in other countries and things like that. So, I like sharing all that sort of interesting stuff. Yeah. It's whiskey from Taiwan. I got to go to Paris last year, so I brought some whiskey from France that was really interesting, and I can't wait to hear your take on it. As much as I love, Heaven Hill is my favorite big distillery.
Nice.
Pursuit, Frey Ranch is another one. Chattanooga. Chattanooga would kind of put in that same kind of weird thing because their second grain is malt, which is the flavoring grain. So I kind of like that stuff that's a little more interesting. As much as I like the normal stuff that everyone else likes, like give me something that's interesting.
Yeah, I love it. And then Robert, I know you're a turkey man like myself, but
I just grabbed it because I figured you were going to talk about it. I love turkey.
What are you pouring right now?
I got a friend that lives in Florida that got me a Russell's Reserve 9 years. It's a CNF.
Oh, nice.
We were able to get 3 of them for our group, and a couple of the guys in our Houston basement builders. We all 3 got a bottle. So
that's awesome. Well, I can just say as an outsider coming down to the Houston crew, you guys are so generous. Thank you guys for just being so generous. And then also the Pursuit ambassadors is awesome. So what are you pouring from Pursuit? I'll just say Robert, what are you loving from Pursuit right now?
Lately there's a couple of stores near my area that have some double oak picks.
Nice.
But then they also carry the triple mash barrel proof rye and bourbon. So any opportunity I can pour the triple mash rye, it literally is a game changer for people that haven't really got into rye, and they love
people are coming in. So Robert, people are coming in and they're like, I'm not buying rye. And then you pour it and they're like, oh,
yeah. We start them with the rye, of course, but I think one of my favorite bottles I sold recently was to this older woman had come into a store and she was looking for a bottle, I think for her father birthday or something like that. And she tried both of them and she was headed to buy another big name distillery brand that he really enjoyed. And she didn't buy that bottle. She actually left with a bourbon and a rye
from Pursuit,
so cool. Which was cool because, I mean, she tried them and she's like, I know my dad, he's going to love this. Now, I'm hoping that he really enjoyed it. But that's fun for me, is to get people to try things. I mean, I'm a teacher full time. That's my career of choice for the last 23 years. And so, I named my bourbon bar B+. I hope most of my kids in my classes make a B+. That'd be great. But my last name is Borden, so it's called the B+ Bourbon Bar. And I enjoyed telling people about bourbon, sharing it with friends. And that's why I've enjoyed the group that we've been a part of now for pushing a year, I guess. So
that's awesome. Well, thanks, Robert. What about you, Pat? What are you pulling, sipping on from Pursuit?
Yeah, I mean, so one of the things I've tried to do lately, since I don't have access to much of the barrel proof stuff up here in the Cypress area yet. When I post that I'm having a tasting, I'll put like a question like, if you can tell me the name of the bourbon bar at Pursuit's Whiskey Row location, I'll give you a treat. So I will bring a sample of like the Cognac Rye or the Melwood Bottle in the Bond or anything that I have that isn't like a normal one. But like Robert, like my favorite thing right now, because as much as I love the bourbon, is I'm a big fan of what they do with the rye. So getting people who say, I don't like rye, and going like, well, let me just try to give you this one first. And then having them have that moment of like, yeah, maybe rye isn't like, it's that great entry into rye for a lot of people. It's a lot of fun when you can get someone to say at that first interaction of, do you want to try some whiskey? And they say, yes. And you say, I've got bourbon and rye. And they're like, I hate rye. And you go, but let's start with this one anyway and just give it a chance. And I tell them, like, if you don't like it, the trash can's right there. I didn't make it. You're not going to hurt my feelings. If you don't like it, that's fine. But getting someone who says, first off, like, I don't like rye, or I'm not a big rye person, to get them to try the Pursuit Rye and see that light go off like, oh, this is good. Like, I love that, man. It's, and like, I don't have any training in sales. Like, I've never done sales before or anything like that. It's just so fun to have that connection with people and to help them change their mind on something.
I think it's similar. Like when we did the drop in December at the Liquor Zone store in about 10 minutes from my house, like I was sampling both the triple mash bourbon and rye as people were walking. People camped out. I mean, there was 100, 200 people that came through the store that were in line because they were trying to get tickets so they could get super allocated bottles. I mean, Beacons, Tanagers, Russell's 13s, things like that, right? And they almost bought the store out of the freaking barrel proof rye because they tried it. They weren't there for that bottle.
That's so
and
awesome.
They were buying it because it's that good.
It's awesome.
That's so cool. Yeah, it just goes to show like great whiskey sells itself.
Yeah, if people can try stuff, they'll buy it. I would buy more stuff if I could try it. That's always helpful when when you're doing store picks, you know?
Yep. That's why it's fun being an ambassador.
Get to try stuff. And then I get to share it with my friends too. So, because I get to bring all these great bottles home and share them.
Yep.
That's the best part, honestly. Mm-hmm. All right. I'm ready, Mac, when you are, buddy.
Do it. Well, should we thank our Pursuit ambassadors tonight?
Well, not only should we thank them, we should let you guys know, like, dude, like, thank you for being a part of our shit show, and we appreciate it.
It was a blast, man.
But Robert and Pat, like, you guys are my friends, and like, dude, like, the only reason that not the only, like, one of the main reasons I love doing YouTube and all this stuff is like I get to do cool stuff with my buddies, and I thank y'all, man. Like, I like doing cool stuff with y'all, and this was fun tonight. Bringing Kenny on was cool, but really, honestly, like, love you guys, and I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart, man. And you know, we got a lot of fun stuff ahead of us. Appreciate y'all. Love you, man.
Hell yeah.
Cheers, y'all.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Good night, fellas.
Y'all.
Have a good one.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers.
I love those two dudes, man.
You got to switch us. Come on.
Oh, okay. Yep. Sorry. Got us.
That was so.
Tonight was awesome. Like, we feel like a real fucking whiskey channel. You see that?
Kenny, I mean, you got these two, like, our friends who know Pursuit stuff in and out, and then Kenny jumps on, and like a night where, you know, he typically doesn't do that. And how great was that, man?
You know, I give you shit a lot, but like, I know that you know, people don't like, you're so low key. Like, you got connections that people don't even know about, and I like that a lot.
No,
me, I get connections. I'm so excited. I scream to and I make like a scented air fresh, or I have friends that send me scented air freshener. But like,
wait, what do you mean, an air freshener?
Yeah, there may be an air freshener up here.
Oh, weird. I would never have that.
I don't know how that happened.
I would never have that.
I don't know how that happened, but
dude.
No, No! Yes. They sent you an air freshener too?
Yes, you finally noticed it. You finally fucking noticed it. This is the first time you noticed it.
I am not that special. I thought I was. Look.
I love how you didn't know it.
Not until right now.
Know it. You didn't know it.
Dude,
oh, this is what a night.
My local group, they like you more than me. They're 100%, but that's all right. That's all right.
No.
That's all good.
Yeah, thank
Dude,
you.
what
Wes.
a night.
I love you, Wes. But what a night, huh?
It's my fault that you have one. Do you know why you have one? So, all right. So here's the story.
Okay.
I feel like I need to tell this story. Like, dude, I know people want us to spin. We've been on stream.
No, thank you guys for still hanging here. Thank you.
Drinking a lot of bourbon tonight. I'm just gonna tell a story. Fuck it.
Tell it.
So, all right. So we were doing a gift exchange that took forever. We didn't finish it until like January. Wes was running the whole thing, which God bless him for running our like crazy local bourbon club whiskey exchange. But
we love Wes.
So they sent me a whiskey exchange, and in there was a Baker's 7, and then the side gift was that Nancy's a face of Nancy that was a air freshener. So I decided, like, I love fucking with people, like I love it. So I took the air freshener and I hit it, and I just took pictures, and I said, "Thank you guys so much." And then so people started, like, they were waiting for my reaction, right? And I knew they were going to wait for my reaction. So I was going to fuck with them and act like I didn't get it. And then I went live last week and I put it on that bottle up there. And I thought,
I remember.
Yeah. So I was just going to really fuck with people, like, and just because I like it. But, and then they sent you. So Devin felt so bad because he didn't think I actually got it. They ordered another one and they sent it to you.
And now we both have Nancy Fraley air fresheners.
So now this is the greatest thing ever.
This is the best.
This is the greatest thing ever, dude.
If you weren't creepy enough with your hug to Nancy, we both now have Nancy Fraley air fresheners.
It's like we're the creepiest people.
Marty, don't tell your cousin.
Oh, Pat says he ripped his damn car apart. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. Wes was like going through his truck. He's like, I've been through it 2 times. Maybe it fell out at the mall. I'm going to drive back to the mall. I was totally fucking with him the whole time. I acted like I didn't get it. And I was like, well, maybe Wes took it. Maybe he really, because I didn't know what the gift was, apparently. So I was acting like I didn't know what it was. I was like, oh my God. Matthew says I literally took everything out of my toilet.
This is what it's about.
Oh, they got me back.
Whiskey Legend air fresheners. That's why we do it.
Oh, there's probably nobody else in the world that thinks this is funny but me, but whatever. Oh my God. It's the greatest. It's the greatest. I love it. I love my group. I love this so much. All right.
So Hack, I have to maybe run to the
you gonna go pee pee?
Can you talk for a second? I'm gonna come back, but I don't want to end this just yet. But can you
don't want to end it yet? Okay, all right, go pee pee. All right.
Can you just talk a little bit about us? Okay, and this night. Okay.
I got you. Yeah. So
can you take me down? Okay.
Are you gonna pee right there in your seat?
No, I'm not gonna. Just take me.
Oh my God. Oh, it's been a fun night, man. I've had so much fun. Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, man, I love doing this YouTube stuff just because I like hanging out and having fun but also I'll tell you this too. It's like, I think that there's a certain element where there's people that are tied into like, how do you make YouTube successful so that it generates clicks and views and all that? And there is a 100% of freedom when you don't give a shit about any of that. And so I love it. And that's what we want to do. I think Mac is actually taking a Gatorade bottle and probably like, I don't know, like maybe the bathroom's not working and he just wanted to pee right there next to his chair. But anyway, it's going to be fun next week. We're going to have Marty next week. Marty, I don't know why you want to join this shit show of a channel, but we're so happy you're going to join us next week. It's going to be so much fun. Marty sent us a blind. And if you don't know much about Marty, so like whiskey nose, like the dude has an incredible nose, has an incredible palate, but also he does blinds and kills them. But also there's something that, you know, I think I got it right here. I think I got it. Hold on. I haven't had too many pours not to do this, but this is what you're going to get next week.
Is there a clear difference between a hitter and a banger?
Yes.
I need to know.
Yes. A banger means you might want to back it up. A hitter means this is pretty good for what it is.
Oh, that's a great definition.
I love Marty's definition of a banger.
That is great.
Yeah,
that is great.
So,
and when he says back it up, he means an extra.
Oh, yeah. He means another bottle.
Yeah.
Yes,
kind of like you did with the beacon.
I know where you were headed, Mac. It's a little different than what you were thinking there.
Yeah. What you're doing with the beacon is definitely a banger.
Hey, it's got a nice box, Marty. It's got a nice box.
So again, I have no clue why Marty wants to join us next week. Cindy, even at Marty, are you creeped out yet? Yeah, I don't, but I don't know. Marty maybe he has I think he has a light beard. So you got to have a beard to come on our channel. But Randall says, is that the same Marty that's on America? It might be, Randall. It might be the same one that's on America's Most Wanted. But that was a great live stream. Thank you, Candace. Yeah, it was fun. That is the only thing I've got right in my 5 years of chat. Marty killed it. So Marty's going to join us next week. We're going to do a blind with him. I sent Marty some Still Austin stuff, but it was a long time ago. So he may have drank through it. I don't know. But we'll talk some Still Austin. I'll reach out to his cousin that some of y'all may or may not know, and we'll see if she'll join us. But it's going to be a fun week next week. We like to have a good time. So are you back, my friend?
I'm back, baby.
All right, good. All right. So we're going to spin. You want to spin? Let's do this. All right. So the first one is the member giveaway, and I added our new members tonight. And I would like to say thank you to the people that are members of our channel. If you don't know why we do that, it's because we do not do Patreon. And we've kind of made the decision, at least for a while and probably well into next year, we're not going to have a Patreon with picks and all that stuff. We're going to set in this space that I think is kind of cool, where we get to help our friends, and we're going to do picks with others, and we're not going to take that natural progression. And so YouTube memberships, that helps us pay for all the stuff that we spend on the channel. And then what we do is we take that money and then we give it right back. And so this week we got a cool giveaway, Mac, and you got that bottle?
Yeah, this Derby Town, which you heard from Kenny himself. This stuff not around anymore. So
I thought that was really cool. He was like, yeah, you can't get that one anymore.
So yeah, this is awesome. I really like this one. I got the backup for this, but I want y'all to have it. And anyway, I've got too many,
And this is what I love about my dude. He's got some killer whiskeys, and he says, nah, I just want to be generous. So Derby Town, if you're a member of our channel, you're in this drawing. I've gone through and added all the members. The new ones down here at the end, Torn Between Bottles, Legends of Oak. So Mac,
yeah,
how many times did I shuffle this bad boy?
We're gonna do 6. We're doing 6 on this one.
6 tonight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are for our members. This is for the Derby Town. Good luck, y'all. Good luck, everybody. Thank y'all for being here tonight, man. I had fun tonight, Mac. This was a fun stream.
How cool! I mean, the fact that like the OG, like whiskey tuber turned awesome, like actual whiskey guy was on here.
I kind of turned into interviewer mode. I hope you don't mind, but I just really, man, he's the coolest dude ever.
Yeah, he's the best. We don't deserve that. and he showed up on his night that he typically takes off. So
we do deserve it, man. Because you know why? Because we do fun stuff, Matt.
We do. You're right. We're right. We do.
Randall, hey, shout out Randall. You know why?
Randall.
Whiskey karma is a real thing, Matt. Whiskey karma. You know what it is? Randall reached out to me this week, and he lives in Virginia. And he knows like how much that I love this bottle right here. Because I've almost killed the whole damn thing, which is Murray Hill Special Reserve. Like I'm almost through it. And I was like found out that Virginia got nailed with a bunch of these. Do you know what he did? He drove to this local ABC store and grabbed me 2 of these, one for Robert and one for me. And he's sending me some. Randall, I'm so glad you won. Congratulations on the Derby Town. That's so cool. But Randall literally found it, shipping it the next day, sending me Murray Hill. Thank you,
Randall. You got to come to DC. How far south is he into Virginia?
He's in Mechanicsville.
I have no clue where that is.
All right, well, Virginia. So
I know, but like, all right. We love Randall.
We love Randall. Love Randall. Congratulations.
All right. What's next?
What next is, so that is for the Derby Town. So we have 2 more giveaways tonight. We have
just outside of Richmond. Awesome. I was just down in Richmond. I had an awesome time in Richmond, Randall. So sometime we gotta get together, Randall. Let me know when you're up in DC.
Retired. He's retired from the Navy too, and he's like great dude. Great dude.
My papaw is Navy, so respect.
Hell yeah. Much respect, Randall. Much respect. Love it. Bourbon.
All right.
All right. Congrats, Randall. Oh, Rye Guy got one from Virginia too. Yeah. They're all over the ABC stores, y'all. Everywhere.
I don't leave my little bubble, Hack. You will see my bubble in a couple weeks.
I know. I tried to beg you to go too. Dave V says got one of the they're banger bottles, man. It might be it's probably the best finished whiskey I've ever had. But I have not had that other Calvados that you're talking about. The
Bardstown? All
right. I'll keep spinning. Triple mash bourbon. Is that the one?
Yeah, we got it. We got a triple mash bourbon here.
Hold that up, Matt, for the folks. So this is giveaway number 2, and this one is for the super chats. And I've entered all the super chats here. And I even entered the Venmos down here at the end.
Oh, look at you. Look at you.
Look at me. I'm getting better. Getting better. Candace says it's a whole lot better. Yeah, it is, Candace. It's so better. You know why, Candace?
I've got it.
It's because that Murray Hill Special Reserve has 18-year MGP in it.
18-year MGP, which is my love.
And the lady's name that I'm not allowed to speak on stream because there's a restraining order told me that next year there's a 19-year MGP.
19-year MGP. Punch me in my face.
Tonight, she said she's going to be, you know what? Well, I shouldn't say this.
Wait, where did Nancy say that? All right.
So Nancy told David we ready this fall, but
whoa.
I'm never mind. I'm gonna be nice.
Are you dropping some? All right.
No, I have some early access. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh my gosh. Look at this guy.
So let's shuffle. We should shuffle this wheel. I'm not even sharing it. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. How many times, Mac?
We're gonna go 12.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's a lot of shuffles. All right.
Hey, that's what we're doing. It's for
we are going to spin now.
Oh,
and
man. This is for an awesome.
Oh, she was on an old fashioned way. That's cool. Yeah, she likes Jesse a lot.
Here we go.
Good luck, everybody. This is for the triple mash bourbon. This is our second giveaway. We have one more, y'all. We have one more.
Jake wants 76 shovels. Jake, did you get your single barrel?
Look at Steve Paul. Look at Steve Paul. Is he gonna?
Did he win?
No, it's gonna make it to Jake. Let's go, Jake.
Wait, Jake.
I'm so happy for that. I'm so happy.
He deserves it. We love Jake.
You know, I think he said he only has like one. You know what? If you're still here, I don't think he has a bottle of Pursuit. I think he said he had one.
Yeah, he was, yeah. Well, guess what?
Fragrance? Hey, what fragrance is the Nancy air freshener? Do you know?
It's piney to me.
Hold
Did
on.
you open it?
Smell Nancy's panties. Hold on.
Oh my God. He did not. We're going to cut this.
No, it's banana. All right. So, no, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean that. All right. So, we're going to.
Jake, did you get your E.H. Taylor barrel? E.H. Taylor single barrel? Because it got somewhere. And should I send
Jake
it to the
has
same place?
2 Pursuits. Candace has 1. Thank you, Jake. Thank you.
Oh my God. We're gonna change the subject and we're gonna go to the next stream.
Okay, how many? This is the last giveaway, right?
Yeah, this is it. And we still have 50 people watching us, which thank you. We don't deserve you.
It's a miracle.
We love you.
It's a miracle.
What's being given away here? Because all my stuff's gone.
This is Pat's sherry finished rye, which
is what I want. Matthew, can you give me one? Like you get there.
This is the sherry finished rye, which thank you to Pat. Thank you to those dudes are so cool. Should I shuffle some more?
Yeah. We're gonna go 40. I'm just kidding. Let's go 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, here we go. Good luck. This is for the sherry finished rye. This last giveaway of the night. We will round it out. Young Matthew is going to get you a sherry finish. It sounds.
Thank you, Matthew. He gets me all of my favorite. I love you, Matthew. Who we got?
Good luck, people, tonight. There goes Bama. There goes Jake again. Gas VA or Jake again. Could Jake win twice?
Jake wins twice.
Jake, back-to-back winners. Big dog. Jake
is killing it.
Jake's killing it on the Pursuit, which kind of makes me happy because he doesn't own a lot of Pursuit. So
he deserves it, and we love him.
Love you, Jake. Congratulations, big dog. Jake pulling out like the Candace type run.
Yeah. So this has been awesome. And I have to say, Hack, now the people that are still here.
Mm-hmm.
You ever thought about this, Hack?
What?
These are the people that love us.
No, they don't love us. Maybe.
Now, after we give away the giveaways.
Oh, like we sit here for a while?
Yeah, because I still have a couple minutes of things I want to talk about. Is that okay?
Are we doing hashtag one more pour?
We might do hashtag one more pour. Who do you guys want? Do you guys want one more pour?
Dude, like it's completely snowed over in Houston.
Yeah.
Like,
I can't even walk outside. I had to carry my dog back into my apartment. We're gonna do another pour.
Okay.
And
Matt says the giveaway's over. Those numbers are about to plummet.
I love it. I love it.
I love it, Matt.
Which, by the way, Matt is saying this, but Matt has sent me the most samples I own.
Matt, you're the
best.
You're the fucking he's amazing.
Can I say one thing since we're maybe after dark? And this is for super secret after dark listeners.
Yeah, because I think our viewership just fell off to like 2. So yeah, we're good.
Yeah. So if you're here now, everyone can leave who just wanted the giveaways.
All right, put the kids to bed.
We're gonna talk about something, Hack.
Oh, we're gonna get into some tea.
And Hack and I didn't even cover this in announcements. We didn't cover this in the Fred Minnick top list.
Oh, look. Oh, yes. Let's get into this.
Are we allowed to? Which, by the way,
look, it's our fucking channel. We can do what we want.
We can. Everyone can just go to bed if y'all.
Yeah, we're just gonna hang out. We're gonna talk amongst ourselves.
We're gonna
put all the kids in bed.
You guys just go to bed.
Yeah. You know what? Actually, you set it all up because now I'm gonna go pee. I'll be back.
Oh my God. Hello, everyone. What's happening? Mac with the sensitive low voice. Let me. I don't know what to say to this. Y'all are. Whoa! I can't say I didn't agree. Did anyone watch the Minnick? And let me say something. I will say something about Fred Minnick. The man, has been there for a while and knows his stuff. And I cannot imagine tasting as many whiskeys as he does. And that I applaud. And I honestly feel too that he has turned into something that maybe he does not fully want, but at the same time embraces because it is important, because he's done so much for whiskey, and I really respect that. And like, he is unfairly maligned when he picks something great, or he picks something number one, or you think it's not great. That I have a ton of respect for Fred Minnick, and I just want to say that. Because like, he's been there for a long time. It's been doing great things. So I just want to say that, Hack. Like, this, I'm not here to like, you know.
All right. There's only one way I'm doing this conversation.
Oh no.
There's only one way. And we're going to have what probably should have been the whiskey of the year, because I think that's what you wanted to talk. Like, is that talking about?
Yeah, I think so. What are we doing? Oh no. Are we doing this? Holy shit.
Because I think I was wrong.
Whoa. Hold on. I gotta hold on. What were you? It's like you just exposed yourself.
I didn't expose myself. Not on purpose.
Look, my last Glen.
It's meant to be, my friend. And look, I cleaned out the I cleaned out the Taylor Swift Glen for this.
Wait. So, but where did Beacon land? So actually, we should probably pull this up.
It was like number 11 or 12 or something.
Do you have it pulled up?
I can, if you give me a minute. Here, let me just get this out here, because let's just drink some Beacon. That's all I really want to do.
This is why we did this.
Yeah, no, 100%.
If only there was a glass that was.
No, I knew where you were going, and I'm like, oh shit, that means I can pull out Beacon and like.
Well, because like so many people's programming this week are reaction to Minnick, and we didn't do that.
Which I don't. Okay,
which is fine.
You know how I really feel about whiskey of the year shit. Like, like bottom line, I think it's all bullshit. But like, let me show you something. This is funny. I'm gonna show you this. I didn't plan this. This is funny. Hold on.
It's so cold in my house. Every whiskey is too cold.
This is how much bullshit whiskey of the year is, right? Like, let's literally talk about how it's all shit and how, like, honest to God, what I feel bad. Look, before I show this, I love Jonathan Mazzano. I love him. JT Malik, I think that Mike Frugé is an amazing human being, but they are so tied into whatever Minnick says because it affects their fucking brand.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Imagine if you own, like Hack. Imagine if you own a whiskey brand. He has a lot of power,
and you're waiting on this motherfucker, right? But look,
wait.
Whiskey here, Whiskey Advocate. I got this magazine this year. What do you think Whiskey Advocate's top whiskey of the year is, Matt?
Is it like Maker's
You'll
Mark?
never guess it.
Maker's
You'll never
Mark, like Keepers? No. Wait, which one? Is it the rye? No. What is it? Is it the
Elijah Craig?
Is it the A1 rye?
A925.
The rye? Oh.
Not even B525. A925. That's their whiskey of the fucking year.
Yeah, that is their whiskey of the year.
Whiskey Advocate, like pretty big.
I know.
So whiskey of the year stuff, it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit.
It is, but at the same time, if we invested our life savings and we had our let's put ourselves in Pursuit's place, which they're not doing this. I'm not saying they're doing this. But it'd be nice to have a Fred Minnick top 10, right?
Well, I think so. For a guy, here's what I realized after creating a friendship with a guy like Jonathan. I realized how much he cares about that because he knows how much it affects his whiskey.
Because think about
fucking hate it.
Can I say, all right.
Is this what you wanted to talk about, or am I going off the deep end?
No, I want to. Can I say 2012, I love this whiskey. I got a bottle of Pappy 20 for $100 from the liquor store after I bought an Old Rip 10. And this is just, I got an Old Rip 10 for $70, which was one of the more expensive bottles I ever bought at that time because I was just out of college because I'm a very young man. I think I went and I told you this a year and a half ago. I did not know there were clubs with picks. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that you could go online and have a club that would pick barrels. I that was not a thing because I just bought my own and I just didn't care enough about whiskey for the past decade.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I have that background, right? Where I got that Stag Batch 10. That batch
you've been
10.
in the whiskey game a lot longer than me.
Yeah, but I paused for a while because I did not know. But so I cannot imagine. And when I came back to the game after I started watching Whiskey Tube, I was like, what are all these things? These NDPs and all these, these blenders. It's a lot. And so I think that's my point, right? Where it's with K. Luke, he is doing the hard work. Jonathan is killing it. And Jay West is
killing it.
He's not only is he sourcing barrels that he's been sitting on and sipping for years and blending for the Raven and then sending single barrels out when it's ready. That's different than someone that's just hey, I'm just gonna
yeah.
So I think what I'm saying is it's a very different whiskey scene. And so I want to say this one more thing, and then we will drink this because I can't wait to drink this. Yes, guess what? When the Ascot Awards start happening, eyes roll from the big whiskey nerds, but at the same time, the guy didn't ask for that, but he maybe he did. But at the same time, it's impressive. And then also don't know your own palate, know his palate. Okay. I'm going to shut up.
No, well, you describe why I love you, but also why I think that this whiskey world we live in, it's I don't really care, honestly, about ever being YouTube rich or famous. And so what I'm going to say and what I'm going to do on here is going to be what I want to say and do from here, the heart. And that part gets difficult sometimes when, you get into the pick game, because when you pick something, you believe in it. And, but also I think that there is money involved where there's zero chance in hell a large publication like Whiskey Advocate could sit down and legitimately try a whole bunch of whiskeys and go that A925 from Elijah Craig's the best thing they had, there's zero fucking chance, because there's a huge difference between that and Beacon, like a huge difference. There's a huge difference between that and like 20 other whiskeys.
Yeah.
But we are the minority. Like the 46 people that are here watching us right now, I love all of you, but we are the minority.
We are. Yeah. I mean, because if you think about the big channels start, they have their own they are building their own distillery, or they have their own sourcing, right? They're contract distilling, they're doing barrel king, this is not a fault, right? This is not a problem. There's not a problem with that. It's just a additional thing you have to think about. Which, by the way, Hack, I've told you what we're gonna do because we're crazy. We're gonna rate the whiskey tubers whiskey.
Oh yeah, we are. Well, I mean,
if you're a whiskey tuber, if you're a whiskey tuber and you put your name on something and you release it, we're gonna
fuck that. Like you want to say, but here's the thing: is like I want to be real about like what I really like, what I really love.
Yeah.
I was having a conversation this week with someone that we both respect a lot, and integrity is super important on a whiskey channel, right? And when you get to this point where you're propping up your own picks or somebody else's picks, like, look, can I just say something?
Say it, baby.
Like if you're doing whiskeys of the year and you put your own picks in your whiskey of the year, that's bullshit.
I agree.
100% bullshit, because you can never be objective. You can never like it's wrong. And there are whiskey channels out there that are doing it, and I think it's bullshit, and that should never happen. No, this is probably a conversation we shouldn't have live on stream, but fuck it.
This is after, hey, Hack, you know what we're doing though? This is to our like members only after dark in our own Discord, right?
Yeah, but it says we didn't click that.
Oh wait, we didn't do that. We don't have any of that. Okay.
I just want people to be real, and the truth is you can't sit down with a pour like this.
No.
And not. It's just like last night. Was it last night or the night before we had GTS 25? Because we were like trying to figure out. We were trying to figure out, like, okay, Minnick picked this as top one. Like, what does he see in it? And this was my take on Minnick's top 25. There's 25 whiskeys that man is trying. And when you're trying 25 whiskeys, you're looking for something that's going to stand above. There's no human being that can taste 25 whiskeys in one setting and actually make an accurate reading. It's impossible. I mean, you think about it, like if you ever do a blind with your friends, do you ever go like, oh, six is too many? Like we should probably only do 4. Why do you do that? Because you're going to cook your fucking palate. After a while, it's just all going to be whiskey. So for Fred Minnick to sit there and, he's going to spit. Still, he's cooking his fucking tongue. So at some point, you're looking for a whiskey that's just going to stand out. Well, GTS 25 is really good at 2 things, cherry and oak, and it's strong.
I love those notes, but last night I was not a fan. I mean, I liked it, but thank you, Wes. We love you. Here, let me just. Here we go.
It's nowhere near as good as this pour we're having right now, Mac. Nowhere near.
Can you share my screen? Am I sharing?
Yeah, I got you. I got to remove something. Hold on.
You got it?
You're up there.
So GTS has, which we had last night, great pour, right? But I mean, if you just think about what came out last year, So this Sazerac is Sazerac 18? I can't. Is that 18? Anyway, we got the Baumburgers PFG, which underperformed for me. We got a single malt, which anyway is what it is, and then Heaven Hill 90th, which I really loved. Disco 13, I really liked. Don't get me started on makers, whatever stave, do your stave stuff, and then you're out of the top 100 for me. Anyway, like it's very interesting to me. Is that Beacon? Yeah. So Beacon's 11th, and you got all this before Beacon. It's hard for me. Is this the French oak barrel?
Here, scroll back up for me 1 second. Sorry. So, all right. So GTS 25, and then 2 is Handy. Is that Baumburgers PFG? I can't. Yeah. Okay. And then 4 I've never had. I don't know. And then 5 is Heaven Hill 90.
Yeah.
6 is which Bardstown is that, Mac?
13 is the Hungarian.
Okay. And then 7 is Keepers.
Yeah.
Okay. And then 8's a Booker's. 9's a Buff Turkey. 10 is that another Buff Turkey?
I think it's got to be a Buff Turkey, right?
And then we get to Beacon.
And then we get to Beacon.
There's no fucking way, Mac. No fucking way.
I mean, anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, like Big Ride Willie, absolutely cooked, no matter taste. Yeah, I agree.
So I'm not like, I mean, the guy this year finally, I think he trimmed down. I think he used to do 100. I watched 100 last year. I mean, but like
here's the turmoil that I have, which I think this is. I like Fred as a human being. I think he's a good, like, I like him. I do.
Yeah. He's got a great palate.
I'm not even talking about the palate. I'm just like human. Like I think like if Fred and I met in real life and we were connected in some way, like we would be friends, because I think he's got a good humor. I think he's got a good personality. I hate that the grasp that he has. It's you can't change that though, right? Like there's no way to change that, because Fred's been doing it forever, and you got to show mad respect for that. Like he's right.
But like, what would you do like if that happened to you, right? Where you started tasting whiskey, and so I don't fault, like there's no fault for me with him, right? Like the hate, if there is, which I don't think there's a lot, it's just sort of like snarky comments with him. It's just like, it's a man that has a palate, and there's a lot of weight that's put on that. And so like, I think like when that Brothers Justice made the top 5, I got it. And even though I'm not Fred, I'm not even close to that, where it's like you drink a lot of whiskey during the year, and you're like, oh, I need something a little crazy, right? I need something a little crazy in this top 10.
Yeah.
You know, he's going to do that. But anyway, but no. So it's just crazy to me that BTAC, I mean, that.
So have you got the Brothers Justice yet? Has that come in?
No, but you can get it at your local Total Wine.
And I told you this when we started this whole thing, is I hate the fucking whiskey of the year conversation for this reason. Is like,
why?
Whiskey of the year depends upon like, what do you really like? Like, what do you
like? Yeah.
And
like, yeah.
And you can only pick from like if you sat down and you tried 25 whiskeys in one night, back to back to back, there's zero chance you're making a clear, like, it just can't happen. Like you can't make a clear decision on that.
Hey, he spits.
Whatever. But here's the thing though. I like, people shit talk Fred, and I take up for him. That's what's crazy about this whole conversation. Like, I take up for him because I think that he really does love whiskey. I think he's got a really great palate.
Absolutely.
But I don't like the amount of power that he holds over like when I see a guy like K. Luke, like Jonathan, stressing the fuck out, like, where am I going to finish?
Well,
I hate that. I hate that.
But if you think about like how much work goes into what Jonathan does every year, and that something like that can't like people will start searching for that. Like, I get it. Yeah. But like, what's the way, right? Like, what's the way?
Well, and that's also like when you do YouTube, right? And I've talked about this before. It's like I'm going to speak my opinion about how I feel about something, and there's 99% chance I'm probably wrong, but I never want people to follow me in a way like Fred Minnick, where like I'm saying definitively this is the best, and like everybody go buy it, because then I'd feel awful if somebody bought something. They're like, "Hack, you said this is great, and I tried it. It's awful." I would feel horrible. Like, I don't want that. I don't want that kind of following, and that's what keeps me from wanting to do a Patreon. Honestly,
I know, same. And like which I've done with my past like journaling thing, which this week, Hack, by the way, the Tannered Hill, I'm gonna send. We're gonna release my Tannered Hill review this week.
Oh, that's big.
But like, I think like will
it look like this though?
Yeah, I've got my purple sequin dress. But I think like my whole point with my whiskey journal and the 20-minute review is that you like are equipped to make your own fucking decision.
Yes,
right? Like,
make your own decision.
And that you can align with people. And like one of my closest friends in the whiskey tube, just in general, is Ed. And we have different palettes, but we have found our where we synchronize, and we have found where we separate. And like, that is the hope you should find with people you connect with in the whiskey universe, right?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I think most people are going to pick up a fucking magazine or Google search an article, and they're going to, what's the best whiskey I should buy? And then it goes straight to Minnick's list. And the first thing they see is GTS 20.
Wait, let me bring this point up. We still have, by the way, thank you still for watching us.
I don't even know why anybody's watching us, because we're just having a conversation about how we feel.
But like, how many airports have you been in? So I texted you, Hack. I was in Boston. I was coming back from a long trip, and I was just tired, and I was exhausted, and I want some whiskey. And I looked at the bar in Boston Logan. You remember this? I don't know if you do. I'm just to remind you.
Yeah, I do.
And I want everyone in the chat here to think about this moment and tell me your moment where the bartender comes over and I go, I just want some whiskey. And they go, have you had Eagle Rare? And I go, yeah. I don't know. I like whiskey. I want something different. And then you get another thing where they go, hey, I've got a pap, like my grandpa's got a pappy or whatever, where you realize that most people, if you're in this chat right now, you are the 0.5 of the 0.1% of the whiskey drinkers in this country, right? Where I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just saying like I wanted the Elijah Craig, but he pointed me towards the Jack Daniel's Sinatra. That was $30 a pour. And you know what I mean? Like, have you experienced that, Hack, in your own life? I'm sure you travel a lot too. People who say they're whiskey people, what do you think? What do you get when you travel? There you go. I'm going to stop talking. All right.
No, Mac, here's the thing. Like, there's a whiskey nerd level that we live in that's totally different than like the rest of the world. And then there's people that are like, yeah, I know whiskey, and like, okay, well, you know, but here, what I found is that I have to completely check my ego 99.9% of the time, where I'm like, people are talking about whiskey like they know it to the end of the world. And I listen to them talking, like within the first 30 seconds, I go, you don't know whiskey. But then I just put the grace out and I'm like, oh, that's really great. I'm so happy that you really love, usually it's something like, when people are talking about whiskey and like they think they really, really know whiskey, they're talking about like, I have this really great Elijah Craig, and that's why that that whiskey advocate thing is really interesting, because but at the end of the day, I want people to this is what I like. This is what I like a lot. Is when people, like those people that came to my house, right? And when they showed up, they only wanted to drink Elmer Tea, Eagle Rare 12, like they only want to drink those, right? And then I gave them some different stuff after that, and they were like, "Oh shit, this is better." I'm like, "Yeah." So that's, I don't know, that's the journey you want to take people on. But like, I don't want to shit on people that really love.
No, of course,
you know, because that's okay.
Yeah, and I think Jake actually. So Jake is a pilot, who wins all of our bottles. We love Jake. And
that's exactly what I do, Jake. Exactly what I do.
I fly with a lot of people who are real defining careers and think anything I talk about is mind blowing. Then I feel like I'm bragging. Yeah. So I think that's the thing where you're not, when you're watching a whiskey channel, especially like ours, which what are we, Hack? Are we like the top bottom percentile of any of the under the refrigerator filth? Yes.
Yeah, we're low end, bro. Like,
but it's like, yeah, it's like, you don't, like, you want to support. I think that's the first thing that I care about, is like excitement around whiskey, right? Like, support that. And then, like it, anyway, like, I love the thing, Hack, that you were just talking about, of where like, if you can like show someone like, hey, if you like this, there's this thing, right? And that's super cool. So what's Mauricio saying?
Yeah, no, this Maurice post perfect. Has to be from Kentucky Based Bourbon, talking about the pour of horse soldier. I'd ask. Yeah, this is, you know, you dance this line of like, oh well, I'm this whiskey expert, and then I even ran into this the other night in Whiskey Kids, right, where people were saying stuff and I was typing out stuff and I was like, oh shit, I sound like a dick. Like, I don't want to ever sound like a dick. I just want, I don't know, I want people to love whiskey. And all right, so this is what I'll say, and we can end it, Mac, because
we didn't even talk about this pour.
Probably drunk rambling, but here's the thing: like late in the night, you've had all these kind of pours, and then you come back and you're like, all right, well, I'm gonna end the night with something super special, something like Beacon. It's so different and special that I don't understand how somebody that truly does whiskey reviews can't sit down and go, oh yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, I feel that.
But look, this whiskey journey is fun. I've had a lot of fun, and even like I was talking to people like about the video I just dropped for JT Mellick, right? Like,
you gotta watch that.
I think in general, Mac, like most people are gonna like probably tune out because it gets into like Mike Prouget, amazing dude, but he's going to take you through the journey of what it took for them to build that brand. If you're not really into whiskey, you're not going to enjoy that. Yeah. And so I was like, well, I put together like a really short version of this. It's like clip worthy. And I was like, no. I'm just gonna let it fucking run because he tells amazing stories. And that's one of the cool things about what you and I are doing, Matt, is that neither one of us cares or needs to be YouTube famous, rich, big, whatever. And so let's just do what we do, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and like you guys like watch that Melek. Like if you haven't had Melek, I think most of you are still on. You probably have had Melek, which by the way, we still have over like 45 people, which is like awesome.
Well, it's because people are snowed in and have nothing else to do. Watch our dumbasses.
Which like what should we crack next? One more pour. All right. You guys have to like watch that, which is like he talks about column still versus like pot still. I don't know. I think like that stuff's cool to me, Hack, and like I'm glad you kept recording. I'm glad you kept it in. Like there's a reason, and if you like, and I think at the end of the day, what I care about the most, Hack, is can I taste column still versus pot still? Sometimes I think I can. Like, am I there? And like that's really cool, right? Like anyway, so
look, we've got 3 hours, but look, here's the thing, Mac. I love hanging out with you.
We can end it, but there's still people who want to hear about what you have to say, Hack.
I don't know. Like here's the deal. I think for the most part, the people that in the whiskey world that are like Mike Frugier is a great example. He's the perfect example. Super passionate about his journey, about what he's done, about what he's created. I was filming that and I was like, oh shit, like he's going really long, like he's talking for a long time, but I'm locked into what he's saying. And then I was like, well, how do I turn this into something that's gonna like create views on YouTube? And then there was a moment where I went, I don't care. I just want it to run. Yep. And I let it run, I let it go. And then I was like, well, so, and here's the thing, like, I don't know, you bring all this video back, and I'm not gonna let y'all in under the curtain of like when you do YouTube videos is like, it's not as simple as like, oh, well, I'm just gonna like click it in, I'm gonna load this video up. Like you look at everything, and as you're watching it back, you're like, okay, well, this makes sense. And then, so I cut like 45 minutes of that out, and I still felt like I want to do Mike justice because I want people that really care about whiskey to, but then I was like, also, I was thinking, well, shit, if I make this video an hour long, who's going to watch it?
Yeah.
I mean, nobody's going to watch a video that's an hour long. But then I was like, well, fuck it, because I want the story to show through. And so I was like, well, and so that's how we landed.
Well, I thought it was an awesome video. You'll have to watch it. If you have not had JT Melek, do it. It's great.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. I love what they're doing. Hey, here's the thing. Let's so what are we? We're at January 25th. I think we're 3 weeks away from getting to go to Reveries.
Yeah. We're going to Reveries, baby.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Which I'm a fan.
You're more than a fan. Look, yeah. Jay's a great dude. Like, I can't wait to do this. And here's what's funny is like we don't have any picks. We're not doing any bottles.
No, right?
No. I'm not selling anything.
Sorry, you can't buy any picks from us.
No, we're just going.
We're just gonna go taste some whiskey, and we're gonna tell you the pick groups to follow.
Man, thank y'all so much. Like people are saying, watch today. I've had 2 bottles. Watch today. I loved it. Thank y'all.
Yeah.
But
well, thanks.
Hey, let's land this plane, and then we're gonna end it. And then hey, y'all stay warm. It's been like I know crazy with the snow and all that. Yeah. So Everybody stay safe.
I gotta say this, which is Hack, great video with JT Melek. Like, I love Melek. I put it in blinds, put in your weeder blinds, and then it was so cool to hear Hack's like I don't know if I've seen a video like that on YouTube. So if you're a whiskey nerd like me, watch it. It's awesome. And then the fact that we had Pursuit, we had Kenny on, we had like Pat and Robert. Like, what a night. This is, hey, Hack, at the end of the day, man, this is what I want to do, which is like do the things that we love, which is like we like whiskey. We like to drink the whiskey. Let's get the people on that know the whiskey. We're doing that.
I love the fact that we were going to end it an hour ago and you go, hey, let's just keep drinking whiskey.
And we didn't even talk about Beacon, which is so great. Anyway.
No, I'll sit here and drink the whole fucking thing. Did you drink it at all? Or
Oh, I've been drinking it, but I'm loving talking about all the drama. But like Hack, right? Like, first of all, like incredible pick that you did. And did you like the Pursuit night tonight? Hack?
I did. So Pursuit's one of those that was one of my first like barrel picks that I ever did. Man, I want to go like so bad. Like I want to go to they don't call it a distillery, but like the whole shebang thing. Like I'm so excited about that.
Like go on B-Day.
But they make good stuff, man. Like they make good whiskey. Like it's it's kind of like the K Luke discussion. Like K Luke makes great stuff, but like Pursuit makes great shit too, man. They make good whiskey. And it's funny because like I didn't know some of our whiskey friends, like Candace and Jake and others, like I don't have a lot of Pursuit. I live in a very fortunate state, so I didn't realize that that's like a thing where people don't have a lot of it, which
so you're in a beef tax state.
Yeah. So like when I was like Kenny, when I was like, oh, you guys have made it. And Kenny was like, we haven't made it. I'm like, really? Like that was shocking to me because I thought most people see Pursuit as a brand that's up here. And Kenny was like, no.
Wait, real quick. Ernest, are you in traffic in Memphis? Are you all right? Ernest, he's watching in his car. Ernest, get home. I hope everything's all right.
I'm going to bed with a picture of Mac tonight. Is it this one? Is it that picture? If that's a picture, Randall, sleep well. Sleep well, Randall.
It's a beautiful picture. Hack, what a night, man. Like, it's just so cool. Like Kenny, like the OG whiskey tuber, turned his whiskey tuber dreams into reality. And his family night that he took time to jump on.
It's all because of you, bro.
No, and then also like Robert and Pat, like thank you both. Like so cool, huh?
It was a great night, man.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Much love, y'all. Stay warm.
Good night, everybody. Hey, sleep well, stay warm. Love y'all.
Peace. Cheers.
So for all the people that came here tonight,
cheers.
Everybody in the room,
cheers.
Hey, this YouTube thing has been fun, but it's way more fun hanging out with you.
Cheers,
y'all. We appreciate everybody. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, damn, that's good.
Oh, the rye is so good.
Damn, that's good.
Oh,
cheers, y'all.
Cheers,
one more pour. Have one more pour
with
somebody you love, because you never know when it's that last pour.
That's true, buddy.
Cheers. Good night, y'all. Have a good night.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts.